Welcome to tonight's game from the BX Sports Jedi Network. Return to the Knicks podcast. Knicks versus the Timberwolves. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy holidays. We still are waiting to ring in the new year. I hope so far that your holidays weekend, this week has gone really well. I appreciate you guys joining me and watching along here with the Knicks Timberwolves on the road. Started a 4-game road trip. The New York Knicks coming off of that victory over the Atlanta Hawks on Christmas Day, and we have a lot of good things coming out of it. We have the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, so we want to give salute to our Bronx own Bronx pride and resurgence of Kemba Walker, 25 points, 9 rebounds per game, 8.3 assists. Salute to Kemba Walker doing a phenomenal job, earning Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Bronx pride picking himself back up out of the rotation, and now Eastern Conference Player of the Week. So many kudos and salute to Big Man Kemba Walker. Mike Ortiz, I see you. Welcome in the building, Mike Ortiz. Let's go. Let's get it. Yes, indeed. Saludo, Mike Ortiz, to you. And let's and you know me, I like to give you the starting lineup. But first, the matchup. The New York Knicks coming in at 15-18, 8-7 away from Madison Square Garden. They're actually 8-7 against the spread on the road this season. So keep an eye out. They're a favorite, a 5-point favorite. They're -5. The Minnesota Timberwolves are coming on a back-to-back loss last night. Actually, they won yesterday against Boston. They're a 5-point underdog. The money line is -200, and the over and under is 211. Remember, bet with your head, not over your head. Always tell you that. So if you're gonna put a wager, be smart. Don't bet over your head. So salute to everyone. And we have the starting lineups for the home Timberwolves. You got Josh Okogie, Patrick Beverley, Mikal Beasley, Jaden McDaniels, and Naz Reid. Those are the starting lineup for the home Timberwolves. For our visiting New York Knicks, we have their starting lineup coming up here. Let me find them. And it starts by Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. Those are your starting 5 for the New York Knicks on the road. Mr. Johnny Davis, salute, my friend. Salute Johnny Davis in the building. So salute to Mr. Davis in the building, live and in color. So we're getting waiting for watch along this game. So here's a chance. Knicks got a opportunity here on a road trip with teams that are under 500 on the road. Of course, it's on the road, but they do play well on the road. They get in more of a team-oriented team. And stock up. I'm saying Knicks stock up. This is the opportunity. It could be that, of course, in the loss, that 40-plus game from Kemba Walker could be what's made the turning point on the New York Knicks season. Could it be? Because remember, they went in, they won 101-87 on the Atlanta Hawks. Salute to Frank Callis. Salute to you, my friend. And he's in the building tonight, urging us on to see we get a victory. So we have to start on the road here. And like I said, one possession at a time, one possession, one quarter, one half, one game at a time. You win those small battles. Then you move on to the next. You do it again, repeat, rinse and repeat. You keep winning those small steps. Next thing you know, you can say, "Wow, we won right now." Okay, we won one game. Now we have to win now this first quarter here, then so forth. And then next time you're at 500. Let's not jump too ahead of ourselves, but that's how you did the baby steps. And then you start getting into good habit, muscle memory, playing well, inspiring basketball, inspire one another. If someone's having an off game, but everyone else gets in rhythm and do their job, what they're supposed to, it picks up one another because you're getting into good practice, good basketball play. Get back to basics. And you can see that with Kemba Walker. That's what he did. He sat down. They slowed the game down for him. He saw it from a benching perspective. He watches how the game played. He saw how his teammates is playing, where he needs it. The team needed inspiration, injected him back in there due to whatever reason, injuries, COVID, all things happen for a good reason. And now the Knicks are benefiting from that. So we shall see. And let's go see if the Knicks can now turn their season around. So Johnny Davis says until or if any trades are made, we need to win regardless. Absolutely. So it looks like a cold winter, snowy in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm glad I'm in. These are the times that I look at that. I'm glad I'm in Orlando. So we'll get ready to play here as the Knicks enter the arena. So I hope you guys are doing well, watching along. Remember, if you're new to the program, I cannot show you the live video, or I cannot present you the live audio. We're not allowed to, due to the copyrights and broadcasting rights. We only could do the play-by-play and watch along. So for everyone that's coming in internationally from the Philippines, Taiwan, or anyone that listens to us internationally, this is the reason why we do the watch along. We're a bunch of friends here that are Knicks fans. We encourage Minnesota Timberwolves fans or any fans of the NBA to come along and watch along with us. Salute to Maria. I hope you're doing well, and watch along with us and enjoy the game. See what you see on the floor, vent at the same time, and enjoy it. So Jose Melo, saludos, 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 salute, salute, salute. Jose Melo in the building. So we do the watch alongs for that reason. So, and we'll pass around the virtual chicken wings and your favorite drink, if it's a soda or a beer or a cocktail. So we'll start serving them around, and then we'll serve around the appetizers, the virtual appetizers to everyone. So let's get the game going from your living room, from my living room, from a fan to the fans, and this is what it's all about. So salute to everyone. Chef Dan, we salute you, Chef Dan. I know you're out there hard working on there in at work, working hard. Austin working hard. Gideon at work as well, and Zeke as well doing his thing as a really responsible parent. So we appreciate you guys, part of the network. So salute to you guys. I know you guys are busy, so I hold it down here. So always appreciate my guys on the network, the Jedi Sports Network. We appreciate it as we get ready to go. So not only is the MSG broadcast cannot go to Minnesota neither. They can't travel due to this restriction. So they'll be calling the game similar as us here. So salute to you guys. And I hope you guys are doing well. So I appreciate you guys, and I salute you guys as well. So, here's the thing that I found. Greg Monroe, see, they brought him up there. Greg Monroe, not a bad pickup for you get him on a 10-day flyer, a center. I was talking about him last March when Mitchell Robinson went down and he was out of the league. And I was like, why don't we think about signing Greg Monroe? I mean, just to give a 10-day contract. I'm surprised. I'm glad for that young man playing for Minnesota. He had 11 points yesterday. It was really good. Hey, salute to Noe. Salute to Apollo and Pinheiro. Let's go Knicks. Watching for the Philippines. Salute to the Philippines. It is Wednesday morning in the Philippines, 9 o'clock in the morning. So salute to you on your way to work, having your breakfast, or school, or to your endeavors. So salute Noe, to salute, and Apollo and Pinheiro in the Philippines. Thank you, Philippines, always supporting the program, either on replay or they watch with us on live at all times. You guys are a big part of the Jedi Network. So I appreciate the Philippines and all the international countries that watches us and helps the channel grow. So we appreciate you, Noe, and your family, and hope you're doing well, my friend. So Manuel Quickly's back in the game, in the lineup. Excuse me, Manuel Quickly. Good to see him. 10 points, 10.2. Although our resident GM is not a big fan. Knicks GM 100, not a big fan of Quickly, but I'm glad he's in the game. He's impactful. But so as Knicks start getting healthy and getting back as a whole, and now they need to take advantage of teams that have guys out on their COVID restriction. You can't apologize. You cannot apologize for it. So we'll continue to win our games when whoever's in front of us. You attack, you beat the guys who was in front of us. So as we're about to start about another 3 more minutes, I hope you guys are doing well. I know I am. I appreciate it. Resting and resting up to start a new year. So remember, guys, I encourage this. I am an audience participation program. Please don't be a spectator. Participate in the chat. Say hello. Not just to myself, to everyone in the chat. Have your conversations. Give your thoughts. Give your opinions on what you see in the game. What would you like the Knicks to do? What kind of, run your ideas to other folks in the chat. As long as we're respectful and no, not disrespectful, respect one another. And I like the audience participation. That's where it's at. You guys are the main reason why the channel goes and thrives, is the interaction in the chat and the conversations that are in the chat. And that's what this program. That's why one of my favorite things about this program is the way you guys interact and where you're interacting from, and you have a chance to talk to people from all around the world. Like we see the Philippines. We can interact with the Philippines. We interact with Taiwan. We have interacted with the Caribbean, our friends from Trinidad, Tobago, and Jamaica, Marlon Johnson, and Mr. Sheldon Johnson, always coming in from the Caribbean islands. So we salute them as well. They always come in. Telvin T. Jones, all the way from upstate New York. Maria from New York, New York. Appreciate every one of you guys and you get to interact. And no long distance needed, no long distance calls or charges. You just get to talk to one another around the world, and it shows how much the Knicks fandom reaches, and our tentacles as Knicks fans reaches all over worldwide. So that puts a smile on me, makes me happy to see that we are represented, well represented around the world. We had Scotland in the building, for this year. All the different countries: Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Honduras. We had Central South America. I think we haven't had a Brazil yet. I'm waiting for a Brazil. Brazil, where are you, Brazil? We haven't heard from you to come in the chat. We're waiting on Brazil, and we'll hope to hear from Brazil soon. And we're running along. We had England in the building as well. So it was nice to see all the international flavors. We had Poland way earlier in the beginning of our in the season. So we appreciate you guys. I know the time barrier difference is big, but we appreciate that. And he goes, do BR here. So salute him. It didn't come out well there. The emoji, Jose, pero is cool. As the tip off is coming up, as the introductions are done, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to call this game. And I know you guys are ready to get this game on the way. Knicks got a back-to-back, so we'll be back on tomorrow night against the Detroit Pistons. We'll head to Motortown tomorrow, and we'll take on those Detroit Pistons. Knicks cannot fall asleep just because they're low. We have to beat them. Gerald has been a fan since 1972. Salute, my friend. Wow. You've seen a lot. I've been a fan since 85. Actually, Bernard King's 60-point game, I remember when I was a kid. I was trying to connect the old Nintendo or one of the video game systems, and I couldn't, so I had to wait and watch the Knicks. Although back then they were tape delayed. But I was a big fan on Bernard King playing. Big fan. I think that's why I became a big love for the Knicks. So as they introduce the introductions here, my memory might be a little fade off, but I go as back as Bernard King. And I know we got Frank in the building who's seen Dick Barnett and those 69 team, the 70 Frazier teams and so forth. So we got a lot of the historian Knick fans here as well. Boy, are we dying to win the title and just celebrate. Lisandro Lozado, saludo, mi hermano, salute, my friend. In their building, salute. He is in the building, always supporting the Jedi Network. Salute, my friend. I'm glad you're here. As we're getting ready to start. No Anthony Edwards. So I kind of wanted to see that young man. He's very dynamic, although you could say it's a break for the Knicks. We catch a break, but I'm okay. I would like to play with Anthony Edwards, and so forth. But one guy that I'm looking forward to, Town is not playing Altamonte. MK Altamonte, no Karl Anthony Town. He's out to COVID. So no, salute to you, Mr. Altamonte. And he says, I watched the championships year when Willis played on one leg. Man, that must have been impactful to see it live. I seen the videos and I get goosebumps, and to see it live, wow. So, they changed the lineup. So I'm sorry, folks, they changed the lineup. So last minute, Nathan Knight is in the starting lineup. And I had Josh Ogley going in, but it's Jason Knight, Mikal Beasley, Jordan McLean, Jade McDaniels, and Patrick Beverly. So they changed the lineup for the third time. I went off their website and I went off MSG as well, and they told me the same lineup that I gave you, and they must have been a last minute change. Is RJ playing? Jose, see, yes, Jose. RJ Barrett is in the starting lineup tonight. Quickly's back. Deuce McBride has been allowed, and see now they show this different starting lineup. So I don't know. We'll see as we go, which is the lineup that we're gonna get. So we've seen a whole different new starting lineup for Minnesota. So I got Nathan Knight, Mikal Beasley, Patrick Beverly, Jordan McDaniels, and Josh Okogie again. So it's hard to find out what is going on. The game's about to start. Robert Parr, the main man, in the building. Absolutely. The Knicks are almost complete. They're still got, I think they're Nolan's Noel still. And I don't know if McBride will play. He's been cleared. Don't know if he'll get some playing time or play as they'll tip it off. Mitchell Robinson wins the tip-off, and let's get going. Knicks, Minnesota Timberwolves. Salute to everyone in the holiday season as Kemba Walker keeps his dribble, passes it to Randall. Randall on the right wing. Randall jab step. He thinks about it. Now he shoots the jumper, and it's off the mark. Rebound by Minnesota. Here comes Beverly, pushes it to McDaniels. McDaniels going in the air and score off the glass. So just like that, in transition, 2-0 Minnesota as Kemba Walker will bring the ball up. Kemba passes to the Fournier. Fournier on the right side, dribbles, double team. Now passes to Randall. Randall 13 on shot clock, back to Fournier. Fournier, top of the key. Fournier driving in the paint, puts the floater. It's good. Pepe Le Pew, big task in the building. Salute to Big Task as the game is tied at 2 even. As McLaurin passes. And I got to get the guy's name, so give me a minute because I don't know the Minnesota Timberwolves names really well as they change the lineup on me again. Here's a floater by Patrick Beverly. Rebound by Julius Randle. So Randle passes to Fournier. The Mod Squad in the building. You already know. Here's Randle. Shoots the 3. In it misses. Rebound. McLaurin. McLaurin driving the ball. Stops. Back. Here's a 3-pointer. And that's off the mark. Rebound by Julius Randle. Randle brings the ball up here. So that was Knight with the 3-point attempt. Here's RJ in the paint. Back to Fournier. Fournier for 3. It's good. Pepe Le Pew with the 3-pointer. Oh, I don't have the Pepe Le Pew clip. The Pepe Le Pew clip. Nope. I thought I did. So as McDaniel passes in the corner, he's going to go for 3. It's good. So Minnesota answers back with their 3. So even at 5. As Kemba Walker will bring the ball up with 10 minutes here left in the first quarter as he passes to the Fournier. Fournier, 13 on the shot clock to Randall over by the circle. Randall passes to the Fournier. Back to, foul there. Mitchell Robinson will get a foul call as Patrick Beverly picks up his first foul. All even at 5. So good job by Randall. Give and go there. And Fournier with the extra pass had Mitchell Robinson cutting to the basket. That's what I want to see. Perpetual motion. And now he'll get rewarded with Mitchell Robinson going to the line. And Mitch misses the first free throw. As everyone for Pepe Le Pew. As he misses the first free throw. He has another free throw coming up here. Mitchell Robinson this season averaging 7.7 points per game as my feed acts weird. So he has another free throw coming up. It looks like he misses the pair of free throws. As I get my feedback up and running. Nope, he's still good. He's still at the line. 7.2 points per game, 7.7 point rebound. And he misses a pair of free throws as Minnesota secures the basketball here. As Beverly, who I wanted the Knicks. I kind of want the Knicks to target if the point guard situation isn't resolved as a perimeter defender and passes it around back to Beverly. Beverly spins, passes it back to Knight. Knight, 4 on the shot clock. Knight going hard to the basket, passes it out, passes it back out to McLaurin. McLaurin's going to have to shoot it and misses, so that'll be a shot clock violation. No, they let it play. No, they didn't touch the rim. Wow, they got it. Knicks got a fortunate break. Minnesota got a fortunate break as Beverly drives, puts the floater, misses, rebound, Pepe. No, fight for the rebound, McLean. And is there a foul call? It is a foul call. McKnight, excuse me. So a free throw. So outworking the New York Knicks there. They don't fall asleep on it. They beat the Boston Celtics last night. So it'll be interesting to see if the Rat Pack comes in here with their and running and gunning to try to, as I spoke about the Rat Pack and the King and the main man who named them the Rat Pack. Salute Kelvin T. Jones. What is up? I was just mentioning your Rat Pack coming in here, and they got to run this team out of the building after a back-to-back game against the Celtics. And right now, McKnight hits one of the free throws. He has another one coming up. So it's good to see Kelvin T. Jones in the building, senior, and he hits a pair of free throws. So Minnesota has a 7-5 lead here as Kemba Walker will bring the ball up. And Walker, of course, big task saluting Calvin. This is what I'm talking about, the interaction of the fan base, of the chat, as RJ Barrett going strong. RJ Barrett with the floater. Mitchell Robinson with the grown man dunk cleans it up there with all even at 7 apiece. So here's Beverly the wild Beverly, and Beverly sold that foul really good on there. So RJ Barrett will pick up a foul here. All even at 7, 8:52 here. As they're showing the replay, RJ with the floater, but Mitchell Robinson asserting himself. He's going to need to be big on the boards tonight. As they inbound the ball here to McKnight. McKnight bounce pass to McLaren, and he gets a nice there, give and go. So on backcourt cut, giving assist to McKnight here. Minnesota's up 9-7 here as Kemba Walker brings the ball up. Kemba still dribbling. He's going around, passes it to RJ, wide open from the right corner for 3, and misses. Rebound. And here comes Minnesota. Minnesota driving back to Beverly, passes it to Knight, passes around back to Beverly. It's 14 on the shot clock. Patrick Beverly got bumped again. Another foul. He sold that foul again. So Patrick Beverly, this is one of the reasons why I was big on trying to see if we could purge him away from the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's a savvy veteran who he's not the greatest, but he is really solid pro out there. He's got RJ Barrett in foul trouble early, and here's in the inbounds. Pat McKnight passes it, shoots, and Kemba Walker comes up with the rebound. That was quick action. As 8:07 here, as Kemba keeps his dribble. Kemba's going to shoot the 3 himself. It's good. 3-pointer, Kemba Walker. Eastern Conference Player of the Week hits the 3-pointer. So Kemba Walker. Here's the pass here. Beverly going strong. RJ Barrett still playing good defense, but despite 2 fouls, and there's a loose ball foul on the floor. So it's on McKnight with 7:44 here as RJ Barrett's going to take a seat, and Quentin Grimes signing. Quentin Grimes in the game here. So that young man playing well. He's showing some minutes and some growth and maturity as RJ Barrett will sit with the 2 fouls here. And Kemba Walker, so he sees that Minnesota was going to attack RJ, and Kemba driving, passes it to Fournier. Fournier driving, Fournier puts it up. Mitchell Robinson again cleans it up. So Mitchell Robinson with 2 offensive rebounds, putbacks, Knicks up 12-9. And here's Beverly trying to sell fouls here. Beverly keeps his dribble, passes it back. Rises up for 3. It's in and out, misses. Good job by MV40 to box out. Mitchell Robinson comes up with the rebound. That's good techniques on the box out. Knicks are 5 of 10 from the field. Minnesota 3 of 10. Randall back to Kemba. Kemba keeps his dribble. Randall in the right corner, backing in, back to Kemba. Kemba back to Grimes, pass to Fournier. Fournier rises for 3. It's good.
Oh, the adulation.
As Pepe Le Pew hits a 3. Here's Beverly in the paint, nowhere to go. Passes it back out, give and go. And he had the taller Knight on Kemba Walker. They had the height advantage. So Minnesota executed that. Give Patrick Beverly an assist. So Patrick Beverly dishing early in this game as Kemba Walker has a light double team, but passes the grind back to Walker, back to Randall, 13 on the shot clock. Randall driving behind the back, in the paint, spins. He's going to put fall away. It's in and out, misses. Mitchell Robinson had a hand on it, but here comes Minnesota. Good job on boxing Mitchell from getting that rebound. As he's in the paint, he goes and, count it and a foul. McKnight is becoming a little bit of a problem for the Knicks as Quentin Grimes picks up a foul. Minnesota has a chance to convert a 3-point play as there is a timeout on the floor. In high pace, quick action here. So Patrick Beverly feeding Knight there, and he will go to the line to try it as Knicks up 15-13 with 6:23 in the first quarter on the BX Sports Jedi Network. Return to the Knicks podcast, watch along, play by play. Hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, share the content. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, be part of the Jedi family, and salute to you guys. We appreciate you guys. And thank you so much. As they go on a timeout there, high pace action. It benefits the Knicks, if you ask me. If you ask me, a team that played, who's undermanned, doesn't have their full complementary, they're horses, and maybe they like playing that fast tempo. It probably took Boston by surprise. But this team, the Knicks, other than the starting unit, our second unit, the Rat Pack, they play fast. They play fast, elusive, quick, and you're gonna have to come up with the high tempo, 48 minutes if you're Minnesota. If you're thinking you want to run the Knicks out of the gym. Hello, Carlo. Salute, Carlo. In the building, Carlo from the Philippines. Good morning. Good morning to you, Carlo. I just love saying that from The Godfather. Those that don't know why I say good, hello, Carlos, from The Godfather. It's a terrible invitation, but you know what? I'll find the real clip whenever you come on, Carlos. As I already see you come on several times. I'll have the hello, Carlo. So salute, salute. Let's go, Knicks. So Philippines. I hope you're having a good Wednesday morning in the Philippines there after your breakfast on your way to work, or if you just have the day off, enjoying on vacation and so forth. I hope you're doing well, my friend. As the Knicks are up here, 13-15 in the first quarter with 6:23 in the first quarter, just on the way here. So let's see the pace. I like the fast-paced tempo. And let's see, CB writes. He goes, yes, continue to grow and learn. Love to see you, young brothers, doing what you're doing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you, CB. I appreciate it. I hope you subscribe and follow us. And welcome to the Jedi Sports, to the BX Sports Jedi family, and to our network here. And Chad, let's welcome CB onto the program, and we'll salute to you. Happy New Year to you too, Carlo. And it says yes. And let's see what Kelvin wrote. Yes, this may make Tib use the Rat Pack more to push our tempo. And you've been hey, all that for first of you that don't know, Kelvin named the second unit the Rat Pack. He's a big guy, a big component of. He wants to see the team play fast, loose, quick, and move. And hey, he's not wrong. You know, we saw that Atlanta game prior to Christmas. The other one they played quick, and they blew them out. And they played well, and the high pace, high tempo. When the Knicks play like that, oof, phenomenal. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, and I appreciate you for the subscription. As Knight misses the free throw, so Knicks come up with the rebound. Julius Randle. And here's Kemba Walker bringing the ball up with 6:20 here. The Eastern Playing Conference of the week to Julius. Julius on the top corner by the left side. Passes to Walker. Walker around the curl. Walker keeps his dribble. Walker dribbling. 9 on the shot clock. Up in front of the, and he's driving into the paint. And is there a legal defense or foul call? Is there a whistle on the floor? Looks like there's a hand check. The referees are getting a little ticky-tack. Knicks will benefit here to get a new shot clock. But I think they're being a little too ticky-tack, as Evan Fournier will inbound the ball here, a.k.a. Pepe. And Pepe inbounds to Fournier, to Kemba. Kemba, double team, pass to Randle. Randle, back to Fournier. Fournier, dribbling, double team, back to Randle. Randle, right, left key, stops, back to Grimes in a cut, and just a little too much English there for Julius on Quentin Grimes. But smart move by Grimes for cutting. Just Randle, just a little too much English on it. Turnover. Knicks up 15-13. Minnesota is going to try to tie or take the lead here. So that's the first turnover of the whole game, as McLaurin passes it. Here's a corner three. And this out misses. Rebound, fight for the rebound. Julius comes up with it. So it's going to be a jump ball between Julius and McDaniels. Julius had position, but the refs, this refereeing staff is, hopefully it's not the beginning of me complaining of them. But Knicks up 15-13. There'll be a jump ball by the free throw line on the Minnesota Timberwolves side. The Timberwolves are going from left to right on your screen, and Knicks are going from right to left, obviously. So they'll jump ball this Minnesota free throw line, and Randle and Randle wins the tip. Quentin Grimes saves it into Randle as they bring the ball up here. Don't forget, tomorrow the Pistons play the Knicks tomorrow. We'll be back here at 7 as Randle over jabs in the paint, spins, goes hard to the basket. That's what Julius Randle's game needs to be. That exactly is north and south. Those that you know me in the watch along, Randle goes north to south. He's a problem, and he scores 17-14 as McDaniels passes around. 16 on the shot clock. Oh, bounce pass. They turn the ball over to Beasley. So McKnight turns the ball over. He's been a pest, as they'll have it there. So first turnover for Minnesota. Yeah, I know, Kelvin. I don't have no way of getting ahead of you for some reason. So it's just the stream as Kemba bounce pass to Fournier. Fournier driving in the paint. Fournier with the layup. It's good. So Pepe Le Pew being aggressive there.
Oh, the adoration.
As Minnesota comes back, and nice there on McLaurin with the floater as Taj Gibson enters the game here. So Gibson in as Kemba Walker to Fournier again. Fournier backs up, Fournier gets a screen by Taj. Fournier passes to Randall. Randall from the right side. Randall starting to dribble, backing in. Here's the double team. They knock it away from McLaurin. He comes with a steal. Here's a 2-on-2. McLaurin going to the basket. Link layup, and he scores. So Knicks gave up a transition on a turnover there. Julius did not see the double team coming. They stole it away as Kemba Walker gets the ball with 4:11 here. Knicks up 19-7. Pretty fast-paced, quick game here. As a blocking foul, no call there. As Kemba finds Fournier. Fournier is going to shoot the three. It's off the mark. Good job there by boxing Taj. Taj had position, but they pushed him out, and Minnesota comes up with the rebound. Back to McDaniels. McDaniels passes to Beasley. And as he resets here, and nowhere to go. Good job by Grimes denying as Knight. Back to McLean. McLean's back to Knight. Knight. Dude, no call there. So is there a shot clock violation? So it looks like it's a shot clock violation. So now they're letting them play a little. They were calling ticky-tack. They're letting play their little as, wow, Emmanuel Quickly sighting coming in. Good to see that young man coming in. Man, I know our resident GM, not a big fan of Quickly, but Knicks GM, but Quickly in the game. So it's good to see that young man back. We're going to need the Rat Pack starting to come together as we got Quickly, Grimes, Randall, Gibson on the floor as Quickly. 15 on shot clock. Here's Randall. Back in double team. Quickly, wide open, but he's going to pass it to Grimes. Grimes rises, misses the three-pointer. So bear with me on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Reed is in the game, so I don't know most of their players. So Reed to McLean. McLean driving. Pass it to Reed. Reed, reaching foul for Julius Randle. So that was a nice play there, a give and go. So Reed, don't know if he's going to go to the free throw line, as he is going to go to the free throw line as he was cutting to the paint. So they were a good give and go. Classic basketball, give and go. So it's a nice move by Minnesota to see a little bit of classic basketball fundamentals. As Reed will go to the line here. Misses the first free throw. Knicks still up 19-7 as Alec Burks comes into the game with 3:08 in. Let's see what our mod police wrote. It goes Quentin Grimes and IQ to pick up the pace. Yes, indeed. So the captain of the mod police as Reed hits 1 of 2. The Knicks up by 1, 19-18 with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in the first quarter as they pass the ball around here. Gibson on the curl to Burks to Randall over by the right key, back to Quickly top of the key, 7 on the shot clock. Quickly's looking. Hodge comes up with a screen. Randall's going to shoot the 3. It's good. Julius Randle downtown. Yes, 22-18 with 2:40. 3-pointer. Knicks are 4 of 8, 50% from 3-point land. And Minnesota's 1 of 6. Here's a give and go again to Reed. Reed cuts, so their play works to fruition. Give and go, give an assist as Reed comes up with a bucket. Minnesota down by 2 is Burks. Still keeps the dribble, trying to find Julius. Julius has a mismatch. Julius, he's going to shoot from the wing. It's good. Julius Randle dishing here, 24-20. So it looks like Randle might be on tonight. 24-20 here with 2:10. As McLaurin calling out a play here. Passes it and turnover. Good job by Quentin Grimes denying that to Beverly. So turnover. Knicks need to capitalize on these turnovers. Make Minnesota pay. So Quentin Grimes playing some good defense on the floor there. As I think we're going on a timeout. So there is a timeout on the floor. Or unless if they're, looks like a timeout on the floor. So Knicks up 24-20. They have possession of the ball and a Minnesota turnover. Oof. And I'm about 40 seconds back actually from game time. Yeah, I can see by the IO score. I could tell that it's not. I can't do anything about it. That's the way they stream it, either through the app and to. I try to see if and even if even this is on League Pass, NBA League Pass, and it's still this couple seconds behind. So I guess it's bouncing all over from Minnesota to wherever it has to go all around the world, into space, back down, and that's the 40-second delay that we see there. But the Knicks are up 24-20. Looks like Julius Randle, at least so far, has his shooting shoes. If these guys continue to play well, and maybe the emergence of Kemba Walker Eastern Conference Player of the Game shows these guys, oh, wait a minute. If Thibodeau bench the Eastern Conference Player of the Game, what would he do to us? So guys have to be accountable and play more up to par. If not, they're gonna sit the floor, hit the bench. And now you got young kids who are hungry, young kids that are not just overwhelmed, they're really good. You've seen Grimes, you've seen McBride, you've seen Quickly, you've seen Toppin, you've seen the plethora of young talent, Jericho Sims. When they get in the game, they don't embarrass themselves. They play well. So you have to play better if you're the starter. So Anthony Villanueva, can you send a greeting, Spanish greeting to my little angel uncle? He has a birthday today. Mi saludo a mi tío Angelito. Eres tu cumpleaños hoy. So feliz cumpleaños. Que Dios te bendiga, Angelito. Y que el Señor te guarde y te siga dando fortaleza y bendiciones y de tu sobrino Antonio Villanueva y de yo, soy Bronx Sports Jedi Network. Mucho cumpleaños, que goce mucho, que come mucho pastel o bizcocho y que disfrute. O si no, te dé un traguito, pero no mucho, un traguito también en tu nombre. Ahorita cuando se acaba el juego, me doy un traguito de Johnny Walker para ti. So, salute. Young boys, fresh leg. You have to play these young boys. Tibbs love the bets, bust, but these young boys. No, I think Thibodeau gets that stereotype with that he likes the vets. I think he'd rather play the young guys that will give you something and play up to and not seeing overwhelmed. He sees a rookie that's overwhelmed and he'll yank him. But when these young kids are not overwhelmed and playing what he wants, he'll play them. As Burks keeps the dribble. Burks going with the finger roll, and he's going to the free throw line. So Alec Burks going in there. And of course, we are wishing the chat also wishing para Angelito happy birthday as well. So I love the way that the chat backs me up. I always appreciate it. And of course, he's in the building, folks. The Agent Super Argo, salute. Agent Super Argo in the building. Just for the records, no trades are needed just because we're near being a championship team this season. Okay, so he wants to hold off. That was the poll question as Burks misses the first free throw. He has another free throw coming up. And we goes back to the game as Clinton Scarp. 24-20. And misses the free throw. Both free throws. Burks, Gibson fighting for that loose ball. Man, oh man, Reed comes up with it. So he made them scrap for that loose ball as Reed passes to McLean. McLean stops on a dime. He keeps his dribble, puts the floater up. Miss comes up short. Rebound. Todd Gibson. So Gibson passes it to Burks. Randall now he's on the left wing. Randall backing in there. Randall spinning, passes it back to Burks. Burks driving, puts the floater up. He's going to go to the foul line as a blocking foul on Bailey. So Burks going back to the free throw line. So Burks, Knicks are going whenever, like what we say, when they go north to south. Oh, it's Ogie. So my apologies. It was Ogie. So like I said, I got to know the Minnesota team. Don't follow them. We play them twice a year, and this is like a G League roster for now with all the injuries. So Burks, again, Burks missed 3 free throws in a row. It's rare for Burks to miss free throws like that. Such a good shooter. He misses 3 free throws. And Burks hits one finally. So he goes 1 for 4, but Knicks extend a 5-point lead here with 1:15 here coming. As McLean passes it around. And as they trying to get Beverly, but here's a shooter for 3. And that's a way off air ball. Last touch by Minnesota. Knicks will have it. So who was number 10? I'll find out in a minute. That's Jake Layman. Jake Layman has Obi Toppin. Obi-Wan uses the force in the game. May the force be with you. May the Knicks be with you. Obi Toppin. As quickly will bring the ball up. Burks, top of by the logo, gets a pick from Rand. Here's Toppin. Back to Quickly. Quickly. Keeps the dribble. 9 on the shot clock. Quickly. Top of the key. Alley-oop to Toppin. Toppin with the tapping, and nice play there. 27-20. One not the pretty dunk, but it will work. Give an assist to Quickly. So you see the chemistry there as here's a 3, misses, rebound, Gibson, here's quickly. Knicks want to run. Knicks want to push. I know Kelvin likes that. Here's quickly passes it to Toppin. Toppin thought of the three. Back to Burks. Burks gets the screen. Back pass to Toppin. Man, that was right behind him. Stolen by Grimes and a score with the dunk. Quentin Grimes, yes indeed, 29-20 with 15 seconds. The Knickerbockers, young Rat Pack, coming in there with the youth and the speed and the defense. As Grimes all over, here's a drive. Good job, Gibson, coming to help, but just got there a little bit late, but Minnesota gets that bucket with a 1 second, and that will call it 29-22. So nice job by the New York Knicks there, scoring 29 points in that first quarter. They win the first quarter. Remember, one possession, 1 quarter, 1/2 at a time. Right now, they're leading 29-22. I like what they see. The pace has quickened up. I love it. They're attacking the basket. So absolutely. So Quentin Grimes being in the right place at the right time. Good ESP from IQ and Obi Toppin. Oh, man, that's what we like to see. That's a way. Finally, remember when we were struggling, we were having a hard time closing the quarters. They closed the quarter very, very extremely well. I appreciate that. So thank you, Maria. Thank you guys for wishing that young man, his uncle Angelito, a happy birthday. So thank you for the emojis you put in the chat. That's where it's at. My chat always supporting, and we appreciate that. And thank you so much. Let's give you some stats. Let me see if the stats are available for the games here. And yes, we do have some stats. The Knicks are shooting 12 out of 20 from the field. That's 60% on the road. That's a really good number, especially on the road, away from your home court. Holding the Minnesota Timberwolves 9 out of 21 for 42.9% from the field. They are shooting 4 of 8 from 3-point land. That's 50% from 3-point. Holding the Minnesota Timberwolves 1 of 8. That's 12.5%. The Knicks are 1 of 6 from free throws, so they got to hit their free throws. Of course, Burks missed 3 out of 4 free throws. And Minnesota is 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Knicks and Timberwolves both have 10 rebounds apiece. The Knicks and the Timberwolves are all even at 2 offensive rebounds apiece. Minnesota has 7 assists to New York's 5. New York has a block. New York has 1 steal to Minnesota has 2 steals. Both teams turned the ball over 3 times apiece. And Minnesota has 16 points in the paint, while Knicks have 5 points in the paint. So rim protection, I see Mitchell Robinson's came out a little early. You get good passing lane defense from Taj Gibson. Not blocking too much shot, although he could be sneaky, but you won't be able to get that give and go, that bounce pass that they were getting a little earlier when Nas came in. And we shall see if how their interior defense picks up. The Knicks leading scorer for that quarter for the game so far is Pepe Le Pew. Evan Fournier with 9 points. He has 10 points in 9 minutes of action. 7 points for Randall. 4 points for Mitchell Robinson. 3 points for Kemba Walker, 2 points for Quentin Grimes, and a point for Burks, and 2 points for Obi Toppin as we come back to action here. So salute to everyone. And let's get ready. They're ready. Let's go. Nick Pride, let's get going. As a cold Minnesota day, as Beverly will bring in the ball up. Beverly was a pain in the neck for the Knicks earlier, got RJ in foul trouble. And you know me, I like Patrick Beverly. So here's Beverly, passes it around. Here's a rise up for 3, and misses. Rebound. Gibson comes up with it. Good job there. Team rebounding as IQ brings the ball up to Gibson. Passes the Toppin. 17 on the shot clock. Toppin looking to call his guards to Burks. Burks 12 on the shot clock. Burks gets a screen. Burks passes the Toppin. Toppin top of the key. Toppin going strong. Passes to Gibson. Gibson puts it up. It's good. Give Obi Toppin an assist there. Taj Gibson, right place in the right time. Of course, for Loot, he says it seems like they want to start committing to share the ball. And right on cue, when you wrote that was the assist there. As here's a bounce pass. Z, what's going on, Z? As Minnesota will turn the ball over. A to Z in the building. Salute to you. And Z, if you're committed, you want to come in later, the screen is in your inbox. As I placed it earlier, as Burks passes it to Grimes. Grimes going to rise for 3. It's good. Quentin Grimes with the assassin 3. 34-22. Slowly but surely becoming an assassin with the 3-ball. And here's a pass. Yes, in the email, sir. In the email. As pass for Beasley. And that's off the mark. Rebound by Toppin. Passes it to Grimes. Grimes gonna rise again for three. It's good. Quentin Grimes on fire. 37-22, the silent assassin. Yes, indeed. 6 of 10 from the three-point line for the Knicks. Ooh, that's going to be a problem. Here's a drive for Beverly. Kicks out. Here's a kick. Passes it back. Pass it again. Nobody wants to shoot the ball. They're passing it again. Here's Beasley. Curling up for three. It's off the mark. Rebound. Obi Toppin coming high for the rebound. Here's Quickly. Oh, this is fun basketball here. Here's Quickly. Alley-oop. Toppin. Misses. Rebound Gibson. Gibson spinning. Gibson puts it off the glass. It's good. Taj Gibson from the Brooklyn Borough getting it down, baby, as they call a timeout on the floor. This is, oh, baby, the Knicks, if they're going to play like this, they're going to be a problem. I know it's the Minnesota Timberwolves, but that's the way. Unselfishness, moving the ball, spacing, guys fighting for the rebound. Taj Gibson, what can you say? Unsung hero. Oh, baby, you got to love it. If Edwards was all that, Timberwolves would at least be leading the West. That's what folks that thinks he's a big the last Coca-Cola in the desert. He's going to be a problem, but he's not there yet. And we're a different team. We're a different team when Grimes is on the court. I agree. He's playing good defense. And the thing is now you can let RJ be RJ. If RJ picks up some fouls, you know what? It's not the end of the world because you got a kid in Quentin Grimes that's playing just as physical as RJ Barrett. And also shooting, actually, let me be honest with you, he actually shoots the ball better from a distance, and I know it's because there's a short history, but as what we see right now, he's shooting the ball better than RJ from three-point land and better shot, better rhythm, and a better shooter, pure shooter. And always it's still young in his NBA career, and like, are you crazy? But RJ Barrett is the more talented player, yes, but you're not losing much when you have to bring in a Quentin Grimes into the game, and he's not playing overwhelmed. You could see that the NBA game, he's not overwhelmed, and that's what we want. We want to see kids who could play if they're not overwhelmed, not overmatched, and that's why Thibodeau will play them. And that's why folks have the narrative of Thibodeau wants only vets, don't want to play. No, he wants to make sure if he puts someone out there, he could hold up his own, not overwhelmed, not overmatched, and not the game, not too. He's smart. That's the coach. He has coach of the year twice. He sees if a player looks like he's undermanned, overmatched, and outplayed, and these kids. Neither one of these kids so far that he's played has been rewarding him. McBride, Grimes, at times Jericho, and he just puts some. I mean, sometimes he might have a quick cook with Jericho Sims, but he wants to keep him in a positive and build positivity for him. And you did good stuff on the floor. And one mistake, the same thing with Obi Toppin last year. So I like to see that. I enjoy what I'm seeing on the floor right now here as the Knicks are starting to extend their lead here. Can they continue this and continue to extend this lead and hold it to halftime? Not allow Minnesota to get back into it and try to get this lead extended. So maybe, who knows, they kind of wave the white flag in the second half, because remember, they're coming off a back-to-back. So let me put here the a little bit of the chat. 10-man rotation can be done, and we same here. So Kelvin T. Jones, same thing with where everyone wanted to trade for Cat. Nope. And Grimes as they inbound the ball here. So I'll keep the chats there as they inbound the ball here. 39-22 with 9:40 as Beasley brings the ball up, passes it around, back to. So here's Greg Monroe in the game. Monroe passes it back, and good job by Grimes there. Beasley, and he's a rising up for three. Beverly misses. Rebound Burks. Knicks need to make them pay. They need to make them pay here on offense. So every miss, the Knicks need to come in and just keep it simple. As Burks, top of the key, by the logo, passes it to Toppin, back to Quickly, thinking about the three. Quickly still keeps his dribble. Quickly, 7 on the shot clock. Emmanuel Quickly driving, kicks it. He puts the floater up and in and out, misses. Fight for the rebound. Monroe comes up with the rebound. As Beverly, back to Monroe. Beverly, 18 on the shot clock, cross pass to Knight. Knight thinking about the three. No, he holds up. So Beverly gets the ball back with 12 on the shot clock. Beverly, alley-oop. And there's going to be a foul there on Burks. He held Knight from going there, although he had Gibson trailing. So that was surprising. But Knicks could take a gamble here. They're not in the penalty as they inbound the ball here. Knicks up 29-22 as Knight will inbound the ball here to Monroe. Monroe Monroe spinning. Monroe going hard. Monroe going to the basket. It's good. Greg Monroe dust off the dust and came in there as quickly will bring the ball up here. As 8:30 here, back to Toppin, back to Grimes. Grimes thinking about, he passes back to Quick to, and alley-oop, going give and go to Toppin. Toppin got pushed out of bounds, no call. Quickly, wide open for three from the top of the key, in and out, misses, fight for the rebound, comes up by Knight. So good job there for boxing Toppin. Toppin was trying to get that offensive rebound. Here comes Minnesota. Here's Beverly. Beverly passes it. Good ball movement from Minnesota. Here's Knight, fakes the three, back to Daniel. He rises up, power, and he misses. Rebound Minnesota, and they're going to call loose ball on the floor. So loose ball. And, of course, Agent Super Argo wants them to protect the floor. Let me make sure I send that invite again to Z. As Kemba Walker coming into the game. As quickly will sit down. So Kemba will return as they inbound the ball to Monroe. Monroe passes it to Beasley. Beasley back to Beverly. Beverly keeps the dribble. Beverly passes it to Monroe. Monroe in the paint, passes it back. He's going to rise for three, and it's on and out, misses. Quentin Grimes comes up with the rebound as Quentin Grimes brings the ball up. Quentin rises up for three. It misses in the front of the rim, out of bounds, and Minnesota's ball. Make sure I get that going there. As 7:35 here, Knicks up 39-24. As Beverly brings the ball up. Patrick Beverly got Beasley. Grimes on him. He's trying to post up Monroe. So they're trying to feature Monroe here. Greg Monroe backing in, passes it. Open three for Beasley, and it's good. So Greg Monroe gets an assist there. Wow. 39-27 with 7:15 there. Yeah, I remember that. The Knicks were thinking about getting Monroe because Phil Jackson wanted to use the try. I remember that. They were high on it. They were going to give him I think they were going to max him out. I think they were going to give him the Joakim Noah contract to Monroe, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. As there's a timeout on the floor, quickly timeout by Tom Thibodeau. Yeah, tonight it's not Burks kind of night yet in the first quarter. It's not looking good. Yeah, he's kind of and also slow on the defensive as well. So maybe his minutes will come down a little bit coming in this road trip once guys get healthy to get him, his stamina up. He's also a new daddy as well. So let's see if that doesn't affect him staying up late, participating in I'm pretty sure he, as fatherhood, he's going to be want to participate in feeding of the baby and partaking with his child. He is a new father as well. Also the sleep arrangements, disturbance, not the normal sleep and all that. So, we all do that. We all, trust me, being a father of two, you have to make those adjustments and stuff like that. And all those things that come when you have a newborn in the home. Glad we didn't get him. He doesn't fit the modern system. Yeah, the modern NBA, maybe no. I don't. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But boy, he could score down low, Lisandro. He could score. He could score down low. He putting some moves. Maybe the time he was away from the NBA and G League and so forth. Maybe he adapted his game. He changed his game because he saw him driving into the paint. He put some nice moves against his Taj Gibson, but still, all in all, Taj Gibson is a savvy veteran. I know Gibson gives up a 3-inch height advantage, but still, all in all, and also passing, getting that assist on that open three, finding the man. If he could do what he's doing, I think he'll stick around on a club. I thought I said it before when last year when Mitchell Robinson went down and the Knicks were really needing a center, and when they got Novell Pell, I was like, why not bring in James Monroe on a 10-day contract? See what you got, see what we have there, and see. And it didn't happen. So I guess the Knicks knew what they were trying to get into. And it says, being a patient is itself, and you must make the necessary adjustment. So the Knicks are just 2 games out from 6th place, 15-18. But remember, 1 quarter, 1 possession, 1 quarter, 1 game at a time. We'll worry about that. We got plenty of season to worry about the standings, but we just got to win who's in front of us. And actually, we leapfrogged the Atlanta Hawks. We have the same record, but we have the tiebreaker. So we'll worry about that once we cross those bridges. But for us as fans, we could see that, but not the team. As Kemba Walker will get the ball here. with 7 minutes and 5 seconds here as they pass it around. RJ back in the game. Toppin still in the game. Obi Toppin gets called for traveling. Oh, he puts such a nice move to the basket. So they shuffle his feet. Turnover, 7:06 here. 39-27 as Julius Randle immediately gets up. Man, let him play. Beverly will bring the ball up here. Beverly passes it. And that's one of the few times Grimes got beat there, but he had the mismatch. So 10-point game here. And Knight has been a problem as Fournier will get up. So Quentin Grimes back to Kemba. Kemba has Obi in this, and Grimes is going to rise for three. It's good. The silent assassin, Quentin Grimes, all day, cash money, 42-29. So Quentin Grimes again with having close to double figures. Here's Beverly. Beverly passes. Good job by Toppin coming in on the defense and loose ball foul. Good job, Obi Toppin playing the passing lane. And just like that, he'll have a seat. 42-29. I guess that's Thibodeau trying to take him out on a high note and feeling good. As Quentin Grimes was going to come out, but I think they'll leave him in a little longer. Fournier will come in. No, he took Grimes out. So Pepe Le Pew is in for Grimes. Here's RJ. Passes Le Pew back to RJ. RJ rises for three from the right side, front of the rim. Rebound Beverly. Actually, Beasley. And Le Pew bounce pass to Monroe. Monroe got Randle on him. It's been interesting. Monroe putting his post game, backing him up. Passes it. Beasley rising for three. And that's off the mark. Loose ball. Beverly comes down with the rebound on the carom, and he's trying to fight over a screen that Monroe's passing. Here's Beverly going in there, stops on the dime, passes it around to Beasley. Beasley driving, kicks. He puts up the shot. No good. Rebound, Mitchell Robinson. Here comes Randle. Randle in the front court. Randle driving back to Fournier. They get caught in the corner. Here's Fournier rising for three. It's off the mark. Rebound, Monroe. 29-42 with 5:33. Knicks got a little bit cold here. Here's a drive into the paint, stops Mitchell Robinson affecting that, and air ball passes it around. Actually, the Knight going strong, double clutches, misses loose ball. Minnesota comes up with the loose ball again, so they'll reset. He rises up for three. It's in front of the rim. Another offensive rebound by Knight. So Minnesota getting extra possessions here. Knicks got to come up with a rebound. Beverly's calling a play. 8 on the shot clock. 42-29. Here's Beverly driving, kicks, and they're going to call out of bounds, turnover. So Knicks got fortunate there. Minnesota had tons of possession on Nolo turned the ball over as he's going to have a seat. And he didn't like what Beverly had to tell him. He looked back at him and stared at him. Didn't like it. That's just the veteran teaching the young guys where to be as Kemba Walker. So keep an eye on that chemistry in Minnesota. Passes to the Randle. Randle's going to rise for three. And it hits the front of the rim. Rebound, Beverly. Beverly passing it to McDaniels. McDaniels going nice to the basket, challenges Randle, so he'll go for some free throws. So that McDaniels kid, lengthy, attacking the rim, a little bit impressive, the young man. Jade McDaniels, very impressive there. Interesting power forward as he hits. It looks more like a 3-and-D, a little skinny there. Little stick, but man, he has length. He's lanky as he hits the first free throw. and Jade hits both free throws, McDaniel. So it's 42-31. Knicks got to keep this double digits. As Z says, you can't stand him, but you love him on your team. As Randle. Back to Kemba, 14 on the shot clock. Kemba Walker dancing. Kemba Walker in the paint. Kemba Walker puts up the floater in front of the rim. Rebound Monroe. Monroe passes it out in transition. Here's Beasley in a slam dunk all alone. Bad job by Evan Fournier not getting back on transition. Easy basket. So it's a 9-point game. Knicks got to try to keep it at double digits as they're going to call a timeout on the floor. So the Rat Pack pulled up a nice lead, and the starting unit allowed them to come back and keep it on the single digits. All in all, they're playing well. It's just a game of adjustments. And it's actually the Rat Pack is actually the starting unit is giving up these transition to a mixture of some of the bench players with the Minnesota starting unit. So it's interesting. You got Greg Monroe setting himself out there. Let's be interesting to see if Thibodeau continues playing the starting unit again here with 421 here. It says, remember when Monroe was a big fish the Knicks wanted in free agency for go good time. Yeah, as let me go back in the chat. I remember Lisandro was saying that. Lisandro mentioned the same thing earlier. Monroe almost became a Knick because of Phil Jackson's triangle. So I remember that. That was yeah, I know. Thank God. Although I did want him last year as a Mitchell Robinson when he went down, just for bring him in for 10 games to see what 10-day contract, see what you got before signing Novell Pell, to see what was there and see what they had there. You never know. At the last year's team, especially when they were shooting the three ball really well, you put a true center with low post threat. I know he was a traditional center who doesn't fit the modern game, but the Knicks were shooting well last year as they inbound the ball here as Fournier passes it to Kemba Walker. Kemba passes it to RJ Barrett. Mitchell Robinson. Good job there by RJ Barrett finding a cutting Mitchell Robinson. When you have perpetual motion, you cutting, good things happen. Give RJ Barrett a assist there. So good job by the Knicks executing off a timeout here. Extended 44-33. As now they're fighting around, they're moving around, and here's Minnesota. Knight going at it, going strong there. I don't know why Randall backed up there and allowed him to have a running room there. As Randall comes up with the ball there, was fortunate he missed that. And Kemba Walker is going to rise for three. It's front of the rim. Rebound Monroe. Monroe passes to McLean. Is back in the game here with 3:40. Knicks up 44-33 as they pass it around to Beasley. Beasley, he rises up for three. It's good. So Mikal Beasley with a 3-point, 44-36. As Kemba Walker will bring the ball up. As Z, good job there, Z. I'll read this once we get a turnover, a break here. So Knicks will have it. McDaniels, lanky, being a pest. He's a perfect for the triangle. Big guy who down low, also he can rebound, pass, a dinosaur in the game, passing by. That's true. Not a good point there. Joe Curry, what's up? What's up, Joe Curry? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. What's up? I haven't seen you. So happy holidays to you, Joe Curry. As the RJ Barrett driving, puts it up, and they're gonna say no basket, foul, and offensive foul. Ooh, so RJ Barrett not having a good night with the officials. I think that's a third foul right there. Let's see where he pushed off with the elbow. And right now 39-44 on the bottom there. Derry, there is a scoreboard that you could see that, and you could see the score. It's 39-44. As Barrett will sit with his third foul. So Minnesota is trying to cut this here, 44-36 here. As McLaurin driving, Beasley again from the top of the key, and he hits a three-pointer. So back-to-back three-pointers for Mikal Beasley. So Minnesota making some noise here, 39-44. They're trying to cut this down a two-possession game right now. So, oof. So Knicks first unit, the starters are allowing this team to come back as Knicks had a double-digit lead with the kids. And here's Randall, top of the key. Randall passes the Grimes, 8 on the shot clock. Kemba back to Fournier. Fournier driving. Fournier had Mitchell Robinson on the lob, but he missed. So Grimes is going to have to put up a three. Misses the front of the rim. So Nick gone cold here. Not a good sock selection there from Grimes. As McLaurin back to Beasley for three again. Front of the rim misses. So here comes New York with 2:14 here before halftime as Randall picked up by Ugly, passes it to Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson got blocked, and they're going to call a foul on McDaniels. So good job there. Good give and go. All school players defend first. Perimeter defense. I actually like this McDaniels kid. He's pretty lanky, athletic, as they call a timeout on the floor with 2:09 here. 44-39 before halftime. And let's see. Oh, that looks like all ball. If they review this, that was all ball. Oof. So they call a foul. Wow. Refs. That was all ball. And I hate, I've been throwing the flowers to McDaniels there, but I guess it might have touched his nose. Oh, they're reviewing it. So the review call is there. It's a flagrant foul on the floor. That's not it. If anything, that's not a flagrant foul. That's more of an all ball, if you ask me. Wow. So it'll be interesting. All ball, yeah, indeed. That's all ball. So if they're checking for a flagrant, they're wrong. It's a block. Oof. Yeah, that's all ball. So it looks like Minnesota will have this, or they'll have the jump ball because they went out of bounds. So it'll be a jump ball. It'll be interesting to see the call on the floor. I see head coach Chris Finch. It's the first time the Knicks go up against Chris Finch. Remember, he came on after the Knicks beat the Minnesota last year. So I don't know what the call is. I have him muted, so we're not allowed to call it. Yeah, I like McDaniels too. I kind of like him. I'm giving him his praises and props. Lanky young man with length and I like the way he goes to the basket. So I kind of like his motion, as they're going to be a jump ball, so they'll turn the ball. Minnesota wins that challenge, as they're going to jump ball here in center court. Noel wins the back tap. Actually, Noel Mount Robinson. Pepper Mache is not playing. He's in COVID. That's Grimes. Back to Fournier. Back to Kemba. 16 on the shot clock. Kemba needs to get going. Back to Randall. Randall rises, misses in and out. So Randall decides to go for the jumper. He was deep in the paint. He should have went to the rack strong. But here's McDaniels. McDaniel has Pepe Le Pew, passes it around. Here's Beasley. Beasley back to 3-point shot, misses. So here's Julius. Julius got away with a little carry there. Here's Julius going strong to Mitchell Robinson. And last touch by Minnesota. They were fortunate there. Mitchell Robinson had a little butterfingers. He's doing a little Nolan's Noel imitation there. 44-39. Although I think that's the set as they inbound the ball here. Kemba to Randall. Randall thought about the three. Randall driving. Gives his back to Pepe. Pepe Le Pew rises for three. It's misses. Rebound Mitchell Robinson. Last touch by McDaniels. And here comes Minnesota with 1:20. 44-39. So here's Beasley. Beasley passes it around to McDaniels. McDaniels driving, turns, spins, stops, passes it to McLaurin. Back to, almost a turnover to the center. Back to McDaniels. McDaniels driving. McDaniels going to the basket. Blocked by Mitchell Robinson. Is it a goaltend? And it's a goaltend. 44-41. So McDaniels going there, putting some good moves on the floor there. 20. So here's Grimes with 1 minute to go here. Knicks up only by 3. They were up by double digits. Here's Fournier. Fournier driving. Fournier going to the basket. Blocked. But he gets his own rebound. Fournier still keeps up his dribble. Fournier pass to Mitchell Robinson with the dunk, and they're going to call offensive foul as Mitchell Robinson hurts his hand dunking the ball. God, this guy is another one who's Pepper Mache. As an offensive ball here, 44-41. Yeah, that's ridiculous. He falls on the floor and the offensive foul was called. So turnover, 42 seconds. Minnesota could tie the game here or cut it down to 1 as McLean driving. Puts it up. Misses. Rebound Mitchell Robinson. 30 seconds before half. Here's Kemba Walker. Kemba. Wow, the ref's having a tough game, in my opinion. Here's Kemba Walker. There's gonna be a 7 seconds differential from game clock to shot clock. 7 on the shot clock. Kemba. And they're going to call a really ticky-tack foul here. Wow, that's a ticky-tack. Knicks benefit. Hey, the Knicks are going to benefit from it, but that was a ticky-tack foul. That was, come on. 13.5 seconds as the inbound ball to Randall. Randall to Fournier. Fournier driving back to Grimes. Grimes passes the 3. Grimes gets it back to Randall. 7 on the shot clock. Randall passes the game clock, and Randall misses it. What else is new when the game is when the quarter is about to end? He never hits one of those shots as they come to an end. 44-41. Randle's the worst when the game clock or is about to when the half is about to be over. He cannot hit a shot if his life depending on it. I swear. So we go to the half. Knicks up 44-41. And of course, Agent, Knicks just gave the Timberwolves confidence going into halftime, and that's what we're mentioning. The Knicks needed to keep that double, and I mentioned it on before they brought in the starters. I said the Knicks have this second unit running and gunning, playing loose, playing well, playing fast. Now they needed to keep that double digit, keep the foot on the throat. They played a back-to-back. They played a back-to-back game. They played the Celtics last game. They wanted to play the Minnesota Timberwolves wanted to play fast, loose earlier in the game. Well, if the Rat Pack would have kept going on it and kept that intention, and the starters would have came in and played a decent job, you break their spirit because they couldn't keep up their high energy for 48 minutes of the game. Now you go to the halftime, down to a one possession game. You gave them life. You gave them inspiration because they weren't supposed to beat the Celtics, and now they're in a one possession game with the New York Knicks. And they're at home. You just gave the Wolves something to rally upon and play well. Say, oh wow, you know what, we're not out of it. We're okay. Let's defend home court, and that's the only thing that frustrates us with these New York Knicks players with the starting unit. Let me give you this. Let's go with the stats. And once we get the stats going here, for the New York Knicks, they fell down to 45% from the field, 18 out of 40. They held the Minnesota Timberwolves 16 out of 42. That's 37.2% from the field. And let me put CB's comments there. The Knicks shooting 7 out of 19 from three-point line. They dropped to 36.8%. We knew they weren't going to shoot 50% from three-point line all game long. Also, Minnesota is 4 out of 22, 18.2% from three. Beasley hit those back-to-back three-pointers, but they still atrocious from three-point land, and it's still a one-possession game. So they haven't been hitting their threes either. And look at it's a three-point game, so you got to be worried there. As soon as Tibb went to the bench, the D dropped, and the scoring stale. That's the story of the season so far, CB. That's the story of the Knicks season. That's what gets us frustrated. This doesn't look like the starters are played against the Hawks. Kemba was running a squad. All of a sudden, Julius is running the show again. Hopefully not. We shall see if Kemba asserts himself in the second half as this leader. Let's see. And how if then we looked off at the end of the first. Yes. So let me get back to there. And the Knicks are one. Here's another stat that you have to improve going to the second half. They're only 1 of 6 from the free throw line. The New York Knicks. They've given up 5. They missed 5 free throws. Excuse me. That's what I meant. 5 free throws, and Minnesota's 5 of 7. See the difference of points, 4 points differential there, and you have to hit your free throws. Knicks are being on rebound, 24-21. Minnesota has 5 offensive rebounds to New York's 3. Both teams have 11 assists. Knicks are trailing. They have 2 blocks, Minnesota to 1 for New York. Knicks and Wolves have 2 steals apiece. Both teams with 6 turnovers. Now, 24 points for the Timberwolves in the paint, while the Knicks only scored 20 points in the paint. They have to protect the paint a little more better, although you saw them being aggressive with Toppin, and when they had the second unit out there, they were more aggressive, going to the basket. James Otra, salute James Otra. James Otra in the building. And yes, and he goes, James Otra, let's go Knicks. And Joe wrote, yes, definitely mix and match better. I agree with you on that. And it says, I will start Mitchell, Grimes, Walker in the second half. We shall see. I know, although I think Thibodeau will come out with the same starting unit as before. And let's go with the leading scorers for the New York Knicks so far this evening. They're being led by the neophyte. Quentin Grimes in 17 minutes of action, 11 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Followed by Evan Fournier with 10 points, 15 minutes of action, and 1 rebound. He's been stuck on 10 points since the first quarter. Evan Fournier hit a couple threes and so forth. You mentioned Robinson with 6 points, 6 rebounds, being active on the offensive glass in 14 minutes of action. Julius Randle, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 17 minutes. He has no assist. And a lot of times I would say they leave assist on the floor, Randle for not hitting shots. But tonight, Randle's throwing too much extra mustard on his passes. You saw a play earlier when he had a cutting Grimes. He he put too much English on a ball. He was cutting to the basket. It was either too fast and away from impossible to reach. He also had an inbounds play to Mitchell Robinson. Too much mustard. His passing. Just too much. He's got to have just that fine touch and that finesse touch to pass. And you can't telegraph it either. But he's putting like he's passing like here. I don't want and hopefully that's not a sign of his. So that's why he left. He himself was his worst enemy. By the way he was passing, he would have had a couple. He himself. He left around 4 assists on the floor last in this quarter that passed. And we have 1 point for Burks, Alex Burks, in 8 minutes of action, 2 assists, 1 rebound. Not having a pretty good game either. Missed 3 free throws in a row before going one of 4 from the free throw line. He got to the rim and got the calls, but couldn't execute. Good to see Manuel quickly back on the floor. Kevin Durant, salute Kevin Durant in the building. Salute Durant in the building. And you had Manuel quickly, excuse me. He came back 8 minutes of action. He has 2 assists, no points, no. I think he only took 2 shots, if I'm not mistaken. Obi Toppin, 7 minutes of action, 2 points, 3 assists for Obi Toppin, 1 rebound. They looked so much fluid with Obi Toppin on the floor. I know he's not, he's not gonna command a double team or the offense around him, but he's a really pest on the floor. And also you had Taj Gibson with 10 minutes of action, 4 points, 4 rebounds. You also had RJ Barrett out there 8 minutes. No scoring for RJ Barrett. He has a couple 2 assists there. Other than that, that's all for the New York Knickerbockers. But let me go to the chat really good real quick. We got here. CB, you're right. Too many turnovers. Let's let the point guard run the show unless needed. Bomb Brooklyn. So, and you took Obi out for a travel and put Randall in, and he went downhill. And also, before Obi Toppin pulled out of the game, he got a steal. He got in the passing lane and he got a real good steal that led to the loose ball foul, Derek. And salute to you, Derek Thomas. Welcome to the Jedi Network. I first time I see you in the chat. Salute if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the thumbs up and join us, become part of the Sports Jedi family along with everyone in the chat here. So we appreciate you coming along, and you made a good point there, and and when Obi Toppin got in the passing lane, got the steal, he got fouled on the loose ball foul, and then when they did the substitution, they go, oh, here comes Randall. So I'm like, ugh. So, I like Randall, but if Toppin is doing something positive and I say, well, here, I guess he wanted to leave him on the high. I don't know if you guys recall when I said he must have wanted to get Obi Toppin out on the high note. He did something positive and sent him down. And then from there on, the double-digit lead ended up being a single possession game. So, ¿cómo estás? Of course. So, let's see. We'll see going forward if Thibodeau played, and I know he's his horse, and I know Randall's his horse, and he's going to go as far as his horse takes him. But if you have another horse that's galloping and ready to go, ride the horse a little more, and then bring in the, So I know but he's the coach of the year. The Thibodeau is the head coach. He understands there, and it frustrates. It's good to see Laston Galloway playing well in the league. Former Knick for Brooklyn. It's good to see him. So Laston Galloway back in the league playing well. He was with the Phoenix Suns last season. He was in the G League and oh boy. As the referee couldn't help his laughter from last night's Denver game as they were going to toss the ball up. So around the league, so hopefully the Knicks close this out. Hopefully they continue to play the second unit and get a double-digit lead as a girl got hit with the ball in the stands in the Rockets game. Well, you wanted courtside seats? There you go. You kill momentum doing that. Grimes, IQ, and quickly. What's up, Melvin Smith? What's going on? The perimeter defense, Chris Passy, no man, no Chris Passy, no man. Damn, Tim still goes back to playing the damn starters. So crap lineup that blows up a double-digit lead with the youngsters feeling Obi and Mitchell Robinson down low. Hey, Melvin, if let's see. I've been killing Thibodeau when it comes to the third quarter. When he brings the substitution, it always does it around 3 minutes left. But lately, ever since he's the insurgence of Kemba Walker and so forth, and trying to break the narrative, he's been coming in quickly, 7 minutes in the third quarter, making substitutions. So let's see if he does this game, bring in the young guns, and to see if, because Minnesota is going to come out inspired, and they're going to come out, they're going to give them their best shot here. Now, the starters could build an 8-point lead and hand it over to the second unit or double-digit lead, then the Knicks will win. I think the Knicks will win in a rout. If the starters get stuck in neutral and it's still like a one possession and a few, or Minnesota, dare I say, take the lead, it's going to be a dogfight with Minnesota all through the whole game. But because I can remember they're in a back-to-back, although they're young team too, Minnesota, young gun, but inexperienced in learning how to win. They're learning how to win. They've been, we know the story of the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they're learning how to win. They got a collective of young guys there. They won last night. They're feeling good. They're inspiration. When you're inspired and you think you're invincible, until you get pummeled like the Knicks was doing in that second quarter, and that end in the first quarter to halfway of the second quarter. I think they need to do that again here, but you can't go to the well too much. You think, oh well, I'm just bringing the second unit. They'll do what they did last one. You can't go to the well too much because we're all human. So it really behooves the Knicks starting unit. They got to get it going. They got to get strong. They got to get going. They got to score. They got to and hand the double-digit lead to the second unit. This is the way the Knicks need to play. They need to give a double-digit lead or an 8-point lead to the second unit. Allow the second unit to do their thing, running and gunning, moving quick, free flowing, doing their what they know how to do. And that's how the Knicks are going to be a juggernaut. If dare I say a juggernaut in the East, or win some games, get back to 500, win a quarter at a time. That's the way they do it. In my book. But easier said than done, as we're going to almost get ready for the second half. And the Knicks, you can go into a second quarter only scoring 15 points. Remember, I was saying win one possession, one quarter, one half. And when you win only 15 points, in that quarter, you allow Minnesota to come back. Even if you had the same amount of points as Minnesota scored, then we'll be, all right, 19 points apiece. Then you're up. But you can't get away when winning just basketball with just 15 points. Your offense got to be much better than that. And Fournier and Randall and RJ Barrett as well. You can't give him a pass. I know he's coming back here and from the COVID and stuff forth, but RJ Barrett has to continue being more aggressive to the basket. As the notorious G Money is in the building. G Money, salute, my man. And it says here, the fans should be glad that he or she wasn't at a baseball game at 95 hour. Yeah, that's right. And Thibodeau always waits too late to make some substitution, wait until he's behind by 20 or lose by a 17-point lead. Baseball, she would have been injured. Yeah, I see. And it says the Wolves go on a 19-5 run to get back in the game, and they were down by 17. That's why my statistician, the notorious G Money, part of the Jedi Network, always comes up with these fun facts, these numbers. Phenomenal. If you're new to the channel, Gideon, or is it the notorious G Money? I'll put his banner up in a minute so you guys see. Where is it? I'll find it in a minute. So, guys, the notorious G Money, he has his own program on my network here. On Saturdays, he covers the whole NBA. Phenomenal, guys. You need to check him out if you're new to the channel. Breaks down the NBA all over. Although he's a Knicks fan, but says he loves the Phoenix Suns as well. Adopted the Phoenix Suns as a second team. But check his program out. Phenomenal basketball knowledge, basketball brain. Check him out. He has a couple shows. Hopefully, after the new year, he'll get back at it around the league. And We'll get started in a minute here. I guess Bill said he was injured, but I bet Minnesota has won 5 of the last 6 games against New York. Good fun fact. So I love when he brings those and wasn't desperate. And he's another one here. So we were sharing the rock, but we have kind of settled for jumpers in the zone, disrupted our offense. So of course, everybody loves to say hello to G Money as we start the third quarter. So of course, and 44-41 as Minnesota has the possession here as McClendon passes it around to Beasley. Beasley got hot with back-to-back 3, and Mitchell Robinson deflected that ball. 10 on the shot clock. McClendon driving in the paint, puts it up and misses. Mitchell Robinson comes up, and I thought there was a foul call. No call. So Randall will bring the ball up. Kemba, go get the ball, Kemba. There it is. Kemba gets the ball out of Randall's hands. Thank God. 13 on the shot clock. Kemba calling a play out. He's calling Randall. RJ didn't fight over that screen. Kemba gets the ball back. 6 on the shot clock. Kemba driving. Kemba puts it up. Kemba, Mitchell, and no, it was Julius Randle, and Randall jump ball. So McDaniels with that lengthy arms is going to get a jump ball here. 44-41. Walker puts that up, and Randall had good position, and he just had to go strong, and for some reason he double clutched back. Allow McDaniels to keep his long, lengthy hands on the ball. We have a jump ball. Knicks free throw circle. Knicks are going to go left to right, and of course Minnesota right to left. As Randall trying to steal the tap there, and here we go. Randall wins it. For Pepe Le Pew comes up with the tip. 10 on the shot clock. Evan Fournier passes it to Randall. Randall in rhythm for 3. And misses. Rebound Beasley. So he had a wide open look. Randall just couldn't knock it down. And here's Patrick Beverly. Beverly passes to McDaniels. McDaniel off a screen. Passes. Here's a good passing there. Beasley rises up for 3. Misses in front of the rim. Rebound. Randall. Here comes Barrett. Barrett with the ball. Barrett bringing the ball up. Barrett met by McDaniels. Barrett going strong. Passes it to Walker. Walker in the corner for 3. It's misses the front of the rim. Rebound by Barrett. Barrett puts it back up. Misses. So Barrett was by the free throw line. Misses it. He had an opportunity for an offensive score. And here comes the 3 by Minnesota. And McClain gets his own rebound. Puts it up. Follows the shot. And he scores. So bad defense there. Had the shortest guy in the court come in, get his own rebound, and put it back up. 44-30-43. As Randall has that puzzle look as he bringing the ball up, calling for Fournier again, and he gets stolen. So now he's arguing with Fournier, but here's McDaniel scores. So he blaming that turnover on Fournier for not coming to get that ball. 44-45. Minnesota has the lead here. So that's the first lead from 9-7. Minnesota on a run. Here's Kemba calling for a blocking foul. So Minnesota getting a little aggressive. Knight picks up a loose ball foul. So they're feeling it. They're getting inspired as no handle Randall turns the ball over. McDaniel pickpocket him like he was on the corner of 42nd Street. As Barrett will rebound the ball here. And he'll give it to Walker. Knicks trailing here, 45-44. Randall back to Fournier. Fournier driving. Fournier back to cutting RJ. RJ misses the ball. RJ not getting his eye. Here's a 3-pointer transition from Minnesota. Misses. Rebound. Mitchell Robinson. So Knicks playing a little sloppy basketball here. Here's Fournier. Fournier still keeps the dribble. Fournier's going to rise for 3. It's good. Pepe Le Pew with a timing 3. Gives the Knicks the lead here. 47-44. So this is the 5th lead change. The Knicks up by 17 at one point. Now up by 2. Patrick Beverly calling a play. Beverly steps back for 3. It's front of the rim. Good job by Fournier boxing out McDaniels. McDaniels had good position. Here comes Randall. Randall misses the layup. He thought there was going to be contact, so he did a Charles Smith impersonation. Here's McDaniels. McDaniels back to Knight. Knight go for the dunk, blocked by Mitchell Robinson. No call. Here's the Knicks in transition, and there's called a foul there. So McLean calls for a foul, trying to stop their fast break, the transition play as they get back. And, of course, finally, Pepe stopped the bleeding. So Pepe will inbound the ball here as Walker. Walker with the ball. Passes it to Pepe. Pepe passes it to RJ. RJ driving going strong to the basket. No one there, but Mitchell Robinson cleans it up with the dunk. So Knicks up by 5 here. So they're challenging RJ Barrett, but Mitchell Robinson, right place at the right time. Here's him, is Beasley, pass to Beverly. Beverly driving, Beverly hunting for a foul, and he gets the call. So he'll go to the line for some free throws. Beverly screaming at his team and yelling at him and telling him for instruction. He's telling them what to do. As Mitchell Robinson actually laughs, he goes, "Do they do that in this league?" And Mitchell Robinson holding his left hand. So he has tape. So that's banged up as Beverly misses the first free throw. So he showed it earlier on that dunk that he missed. Hopefully he does not know pepper mache here. We already have one pepper mache, and that's Noel. And Beverly has 1 for 2. Almost missed that one. Almost framed out. So it's Knicks up 49-46. Knicks up by 3. Kemba Walker will bring the ball up here. 8:30 here. Passes it to Randall. Randall passes to Barrett. Barrett from the right side misses and Pepe almost had the rebound. Fight for the scrum. Minnesota comes up with it just right through the hands. Fournier had a chance for an offensive rebound. It's McDaniels. McDaniels keeps the dribble. McDaniels has a switch. He passes it back to Beverly. Beverly turns the ball over. Mitchell Robinson has the ball. He's going to pass it to Randall. Then Knicks need to slow it down for a moment. 8 minutes here left as Randall backing in. Back to Fournier. Fournier from the left side. Fournier driving. Puts up the floater and misses. And it's going to be a loose ball foul on the floor. So Randall got pushed in the back. 7:56, 49-46. Knicks are up by 3. As they're going to inbound the ball. Knicks keep possession here. As Fournier going to inbound to Kemba Walker. Walker keeps his dribble. Back to Fournier. Fournier on the right side. He drives in the free throw circle, puts the floater up, misses. Mitchell Robinson again asserting himself, but there's going to call another loose ball foul. So Mitchell Robinson, with bang up hand and all, becoming a problem for Minnesota in the paint. 49-46 with 7:43, and another foul was called. So they'll inbound the ball here. They'll get a new shot clock as Walker will inbound the ball. Usually lately Thibodeau has substituted, but not right now. As Naz Reid will come in. Reid was a little bit pain in the neck for the Knicks, but here's Walker. Walker back to Fournier, back to Randall. Randall free throw, pass to Pepe. Pepe thought about the 3. Pepe back to Randall. Randall's gonna thought about the 3, but he kicks up back to Pepe. He's gonna have to put it up, and is there a shot clock violation? It is. And Thibodeau with the look of disgust, as you can see his bags underneath his eyes through the mask. Looks like he hasn't slept. 7:29 here, 49-46. With 7:25. And third turnover for the New York Knicks. 1 from Minnesota. Here's McLaurin going too easy, but he passes it back to Naz. Naz packs it around. Here's McLaurin driving. Goes down there. Good job. Oh, they bailed them out with a foul. Looked like there was ball, but they're going to call a foul on Julius Randle. So Minnesota attacking, going north to south. Even if the shortest man on the court going north to south, but he gets rewarded with a foul call. And it looks like Mitchell Robinson must have got him from behind, or it was Julius Randle. As Thibodeau irate. Look, Thibodeau is going to get a technical foul because that was demonstrative, taking out his frustration there. As there's a timeout on the floor, 49-46, and I think Tom Thibodeau has been hit with a technical foul, if I'm not mistaken. As somebody decides they want to write a whole composition in the Facebook application. And say goodbye to that. We don't need. We're not in. We'll catch it on the audio book, Miss Jenny. We don't need to read the competition, your composition that you wrote. Thank you for the effort, though. As we have a timeout on the floor here. And of course, he writes, dang, Mitchell Robinson wanted that rebound. So hopefully Z will join me later before the fourth quarter or at the post game. I know he's taking care of his dad duties. And hopefully he'll come on a little later. And Chef Dan, I know you're working still, so I know you're listening to us on the watch along on your train ride. So I hope you're doing well, Chef Dan, on the train ride back home. So we're thinking about you, my friend. And Kelvin T. Jones wrote, everyone wants trades, but if the players that everyone keeps talking about were doing all then, the team should be leading the conference. If not, no trades. He doesn't want to do a trade. And then here, Tibbs has me crying. He looks like he has a smell, something stink. Yeah, I always say he's always smelling a bad fart. Yeah, I always say that when he has that face with the nose, like he's like, ugh, like ugh. Like he could smell the game. He could smell the team the way the teams play. I don't think it's the third quarter of doom yet. Agents Ubaraka, because they do have the lead here. They do have the lead. And Minnesota has not dared to take a knock on wood of coastal 4-point. As I think Thibodeau is actually challenging a play here on this call. As Gideon says hello to Kelvin, so they're going to be a challenge on the floor. And let's see what Super Agent wrote. Julius back to doing way too much again. In this game, because he hit a couple of shots, yeah, I think he had that false. But it's still a lot of game here left. I would like to see Kemba continue to reinsert himself and play the way they've done. But it'll be interesting to see here. Let's see what the call on the floor is. Let's see if the Knicks retain possession here or if they're going to continue to call it a foul or what's the case here. A little premature from Thibodeau to waste a challenge. But Mitchell Robinson so much asserting himself at the review. The call on the floor stands. So sorry, guys. I read the lips from the referee. So the call on the floor stands. So, wow. Okay. As Thibodeau sits there smelling another fart look. I smell a fart look. So he'll go to the free throw line. Glad he didn't get hit with a technical foul, though. And he hits a free throw. So it's a go. Let me see. Knicks on the road. They're not playing badly. They win. Won't be easy. As he goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line as Knicks get the possession. Randall passes to Kemba Walker. 7 minutes, 7 seconds in the third. Kemba Walker driving between his legs. Kemba Walker rises for 3. It's good. Kemba Walker from downtown. 52-47. Cash money indeed. As Minnesota brings the ball up. McClellan. 16 on the shot clock. He's looking around. Passes it to Beasley. Beasley has RJ. Beasley passes it back. Passes it to McDaniels. McDaniels rises for 3. In it misses. Loose ball. Knicks come up with that rebound. Fournier. So Fournier will bring the ball up here. They're up 52-47. And Fournier stops. Here's Walker. Walker dribbling. Keeps his dribble. Walker keeps his dribble. Passes it to Fournier. Fournier puts up the floater. Misses. Rebound. Here comes Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Beverly. Passes it back. And misses the layup. So good job there by Kemba Walker disrupting, just getting in the way. Here's RJ. RJ in transition. RJ back to Randall. 2-man game. Randall. And he puts it up and puts it up again. So Randall 2 second opportunities. So good job there. It wasn't a pretty fast break, but they score 54-47. They extend this lead here. It was not pretty whatsoever. Here's Beverly. Beverly. Give and go, passes it, kicks it out for 3. His wide open 3 misses. He offensive rebound. Beverly gets his own rebound, puts it up, misses, and there's going to be a foul call on the floor. So RJ is horrible. He plants himself in the corner and does nothing. As Quentin Grimes gets up, ready to come in the next whistle. So he's at the scoring table. Quentin Grimes with 11 points tonight. 4 of 7 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3-point land. And he had 15 points against the Hawks on Christmas Day, 5 of 14 from the field, 5 of 12 from three-point land as Beverly hits the first free throw and extends 54-48 as Quentin Grimes comes in, yes indeed, in double figures. So the silent assassin in as Pepe Le Pew has a seat. So you're going to have Grimes and RJ. So Knicks want to keep have that perimeter defense as Patrick Beverly goes 1 of 2. Mitchell Robinson comes up with the rebound here, 54-48 with 5 minutes and 40 seconds here as Kemba Walker will bring the ball up. Walker passes to Grimes. Quentin Grimes back to Kemba Walker. Walker going to rise up. Misses. Mitchell Robinson dunks it in there. Cleans it up. Mitchell Robinson in the right place in the right time. Earth-shutting himself. 56-48 with 5:20 as McClellan passes it to Beverly. Beverly off the dribble. 10 points from Mitchell Robinson. Beverly puts up the floater. Rebound. Randall. Randall has transition. Here's Grimes. Grimes open space. Back to Kemba. Kemba's going to rise for 3. It's good. Kemba Walker downtown, 59-48. Just like that, the kids come in. Knicks catch fire there. So timeout on the floor immediately. That's a plus-minus situation with Quentin Grimes on the floor. You got to love it. You got to love it. You got to love it as there's a timeout as the Bronx native, Bronx pride, Kemba Walker, Sambu rise up and hits. So timeout on the floor. 59-48. Run those likes. Share this content. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Support the Jedi Network. Myself, thank you. I appreciate it. Share it on your YouTube, your social media platforms. Let people know what we're doing here, what we're having fun. We appreciate it. Let's put this game away. Yes, indeed. Let's put this game away. So right now, good things happen. Next time you put Grimes in the game, and I'm saying Pepe Le Pew wasn't that bad either, but it's just Grimes, the kids, they just take the team to another level. It's in the eye test, they play better because there's something about them. They got the Rat Pack second unit got the it factor. And that's something that no matter how much you scout it or prepare, they have the it factor. And man, this is why they're exciting. That's why us as fan base want to see them more on the floor because there's something about them. Quentin Grimes, Obi Toppin, even Emmanuel Quickly, McBride, even Jericho Sims, they got the it factor. They got something. I don't know what it is. And kudos to Oz Brogler and the coach and the head of scouting, for bringing these kids, scouting these kids, doing your homework. And that's what something I always screamed about. And before we ever got on any YouTube content or any content creator in the barbershop, when you go, talk in the barbershop or whatever the case with other Knicks fans and before the social media, even in social media, when you typed it, I will always say, if I'm Dolan and in the head, forget about trying to get the next executive, get yourself, spend the best money, find out which teams like the at that time, Golden State Warriors, so far, who was winning a lot of titles, say, go after their head scouting department, throw them, there's no salary cap on who you could bring here, on coaching and salary and scouting departments. Build a strong scouting department, pay as much money as you can, go spend the money there and bring scouts that will do their job and bring talent, find the blue chippers, do their job. And I'm liking what I'm seeing tonight. Going with and what I'm seeing this new regime with Leon Rose and company and the scouting department, scouting good players, bringing them in here, that fits the system, that fits the coach, and phenomenal job right now. There's still a lot to work though, as we inbound the ball here. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate it. As Beverly. Here's New York. Here's a good rise up, and Beasley hits that. So tough shot there off the timeout. 59. Knicks up by 9, 50-59. All right, so we'll get Z a little later soon. And here's bounce pass to Walker. Here's Grimes. Grimes back to Walker. Walker rises for 3. Misses. Rebound to Monroe. So Monroe back inserted in the game. Monroe was positive on the floor for Minnesota. It's good to see him back getting a chance. And here's a pass to Beasley. Beasley rises for 3. It's good. So Beasley, the only one that's hitting threes for the Minnesota Timberwolves, 59-53. So he's actually going to try to keep him in the game here as Kemba Walker passes to Randall. Back to Grimes. Grimes, 14 on shot clock. Grimes, pass back to Randall. Randall misses again. Another pass that he just don't execute. Misses Mitchell, had Mitchell Robinson wide open, and turnover. 4:05 here. He left another assist on the floor. As quickly will come in for Kemba Walker here with 4 minutes as he harasses it quickly. Does what he does. Here's Beasley rising for a shot, and he hits a long range. So Beasley's starting to heat up here. So 55-59, cutting it down here to 4. We're quickly bringing the ball up. 7-0 run from Minnesota here. Here's RJ. RJ going to the basket, spins. RJ passes it quickly back to Randall. Randall back to RJ. RJ from the left side. RJ going strong to the basket. Block. No goaltending. So here's Minnesota coming back on. Passes it over to Beasley. Beasley's going to wide open 3. In and out, misses. Knicks were fortunate there. Rebound, Mitchell Robinson. Randall with the ball in the front. Passes it quickly. Quickly's going to shoot the 3 from the left side. It's good. Emmanuel Quickly with his first points off the bench. 62-55 here with 3:12 here. As they bring the ball up here. He's driving to the paint. Stumbles. Passes it. So Minnesota's trying to get in the paint. Good job by the Knicks denying. They're going to shoot the 3. Misses. Monroe had the rebound back to. Good job there by between RJ and Mitch for keeping that rebound out of Monroe. Here comes Quickly. Passes it to RJ. RJ. Bounce pass to Randall. Randall going strong to the basket. He gets it and a foul. So Julius Randle has a chance for a 3-point play. That's just what he needs. You always hear me say, whenever Julius Randle go north to south, attack the basket, use your strength, and good things happen. He has a chance for a 3-point play. That's what we want, Julius. We don't want you to see you handle the ball, dribble, get into double teams and shoot. We want you to attack, man. Use your length. Chance for a 3-point play for Julius Randle. So Knicks could extend it back to 10 here. He misses the free throw. Couldn't convert on the old-fashioned 3-point play. So they'll bring the ball up. Here's a drive back to Monroe. Monroe going strong, and he goes to the free throw line. Monroe cutting, getting the ball on a cut. So Todd Gibson will made him paid, so he'll go to the free throw line for some free throws. And so Jalen Nolan becoming a little bit of an issue for the Knicks here. And of course, Beasley warming up, playing well, keeping Minnesota afloat here. And Lisandro said RJ could change in a minute. Yeah, RJ as he misses the free throw here. RJ's doing stuff on the floor. He's not scoring, but he's moving. He's getting taps. He's doing the little things. Unceremoniously for the Knicks here as Monroe misses a pair of free throws. So this is one of the reasons what behoovers Monroe the free throw shooting as Alec Burks comes in the game here. First action of the second half. But we got Burks, Grimes, and Randall on the floor. Randall passes it back to Quickly. 4 on the shot clock. Quickly, he's going to have to put this up. Quickly, he's going to put the 3, and it hits the front of the rim. Taj Gibson with the offensive rebound. Gibson back to Burks. Burks thought about the 3. Back to Quickly. Back to Burks. Burks in rhythm for 3. It's good. Alec Burks from downtown. 67-56. When you spread the floor and you got shooters, good things happen here. Here's McDaniels with 1:44. So Novell goes in, throws it up, floater misses. We'll fight for the rebound. Last touch by New York Quickly. So knocked out of bounds. So Randall will sit, and for the 1:35, you're gonna bring in Obi Toppin. So Toppin is gonna be a long time on the bench. Long time since he hasn't gotten into actual game. But he checks in here with 1:35 as Randall clutches his knee. And here's a rise off the curl. Rebound. Gibson, Grimes going strong. Going transition. A block, no call. So good job there on the block, no ball. And here's a wide open 3. It's good. A 3-pointer by Jake LeMay. 67-59 with 1:15. As Quickly will bring the ball up. 67-59. Here's Obi Toppin. Back to quickly. 12 on the shot clock. Quickly driving. Quickly backpack to. And here's Taj Gibson. Quarter three. Misses. Rebound. Obi Toppin comes up with it. Pass to Gibson. Gibson got hit. No call. And yes, there's a foul call on the floor. So Gibson jumped up and in anger and a late whistle. So it was showing that James Monroe getting back there. So James Monroe doing enough just to stay in the league, man. He's doing just enough. He wants to, hey, this could be his last shot, and he's putting up and doing a good job, James Monroe, as he could be a serviceable backup center if he continues to play the way he's playing and adjust. As Taj Gibson will go to the line here, attempt his first free throws. Oh, in and out, misses. So Knicks are 12 out of 30 from three-point land. Wolves are 6 out of 32. That's the big difference here so far. If you ask me, if Timberwolves hit a couple, at least 3 or 4 more, they'll actually take the lead, dare I say. As Gibson, he hits 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Knicks extend. They're up by 9, 68-59 with 55 seconds here. The Knicks atrocious, 2 of 9 from the free throw line. They need to. Usually they're a good free throw shooting team. Tonight, 2 of 9. As quickly harasses Novell back to Monroe. Monroe butterfingered a little bit there. Back to 4 on the 5 on the shot clock. He's going to force a three-pointer. And, he hits a tough three-pointer there. Jalen Novell. So it comes quickly. Wow. 68-62. Here's Quickly with the ball. Quickly. Passes around to Toppin. Driving. Toppin. Going in paint. Reversal. It's good. Obi Toppin uses the force. And he scores 70-62 here with 15 seconds. As Jalen has Toppin. 7 on the shot clock. Here's a loose ball. It's Gibson. Good job by the Knicks. Gibson on the fast break, and they score with 1 second on the clock. So good defense leading to good offense. As the Knicks ends the quarter strong with the main man, Taj Gibson. Yes, indeed. Hard work, determination, and the fast break. Wow. When is the last time Taj Gibson scored on a fast break? Wow. Knicks up 72-62 to head the fourth quarter. Rat Pack second unit, guys. Rat Pack second unit. They just have the it factor, guys. I'm sorry to say, they have the it factor. They are the it factor for the New York Knickerbockers. They are the it factor. Stephen Fox, salute Stephen Fox. The Fox is loose in the chat. So salute to Stephen Fox. I hope you're doing good. We could protect the rim better if we substitute quicker. Yeah. And of course, Super Agent Argo, the bench is coming through again. Indeed. So we go to the fourth quarter. Let's see. Let me find the stats real quick so we could get into that. And let me load them up. And the stats. The Knicks are shooting 29 out of 70, 41.4% from the field. Holding the Minnesota Timberwolves 23 out of 64. That's 35.9% from the field. The Timberwolves are shooting 7 out of 33 from three-point land. That's 21.2%. The Knicks are shooting themselves 12 out of 30. That's 40% from three-point land. Of course, we mentioned they were atrocious on the free throw line. 2 of 9 from the free throw lines. If this game is going to be close, they're going to have to hit their free throws to put this team away. Also, Minnesota is shooting 9 out of 15 from the free throw line. The Knicks, 44 rebounds. Minnesota, 35 rebounds. And the Knicks are winning the offensive rebound battle, 12-7. 15 assists for New York, 14 for Minnesota. So it's good to see again another game the Knicks are actually leading with 3 quarters in the assist battle. Although Minnesota's having a block party, 8 blocks to 2 for New York, 4 steals apiece for both teams, and 9 turnovers for New York, 8 turnovers for Minnesota, 32 points in the paint for the Knicks. So they actually take the lead in scoring in the paint, 28 for Minnesota, and that's where you have it at the end of 3, 72-62. Salute Z from A to Z Media. What's going on, my friend?
Hey man, just had a Christmas party I got back from that was delayed due to the virus. So hope everybody's doing well. Hope the chat's doing well. Let's go Knicks.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. I love it. So we're gonna get to start. Melvin, when the youngsters take over, Tibbs finally stop being stupid and just get into transition with Max Armstrong along with Grims and arguably Randall and Fournier and Kemba in the mix. So Melvin Smith, as the Knicks will inbound the ball here, as quickly will bring the ball up. 72-62, Knicks up by 10. with the second unit on the floor as Obi Toppin passes it to Burks. 14 on the shot clock. Burks driving. Burks going to the paint, puts a floater up. Monroe becoming a pest, blocks it out of bounds. 9 on the shot clock. So good job of Monroe getting back there and recovering.
Yeah, remember he's a dinosaur. The game's passed him by, but he's an offensive guy. He can score in the post. He can pass. He can rebound really well. So anybody who thought he was just going to be some washed up player is sadly mistaken.
As they inbound the ball to Grimes, back to Taj. Taj, 5 on the shot clock. Burks going to have to put it up. Burks puts up the floater, hits the front of the rim. Taj Gibson there, but misses. And they're going to call a loose ball foul to Ponti. Ponti Julius, salute. Absolutely. The Philippines in the building. So salute. So Burks was throwing that to Obi. Next sub should be around the 8-minute mark. I hope he does it. Yeah. You know what, Joe? I actually agree with you, the 8-minute mark, because if they don't have it, he could come back on the 3-minute mark and bring whoever didn't have it. I agree with that 8-minute mark moment. With that reason, here's quickly from the curl from the 3. It's good. Emmanuel quickly from downtown. 75-62. Welcome back, Emmanuel quickly. McDaniels passes it to Monroe. Bounce pass, give and go to Beasley, and he scores there. So nice give and go. Minnesota cutting and passing the ball very well. Their big man, 75-64. As quickly starting to call some plays out here, inserting himself. Here's Grimes back to Obi. Obi wide open, daring him to shoot the 3, but Grimes is going to shoot the wide open 3, in and out, misses. Loose ball. And Minnesota almost turned the ball over there on that loose ball, but they come up with it. Well, Powell passes it back to Monroe. Monroe has Gibson in the paint, spins, puts it off the glass. It's good. So a height advantage there. Minnesota exploit that. 75-66 here with 10:40 left in the game. As quickly starting to call another play here. And Grimes in the curl. Grimes back to quickly. Obi Toppin, wide open 3 from the corner. It's good. He uses the force. Obi Toppin from downtown. Yes, indeed. The young Obi-Wan hits it from the corner. As Minnesota almost turns the ball over. 13 on the shot clock. Back to Monroe. Monroe, top of the key. Passes it to Beasley. Beasley passes it around. They keep McDaniels. McDaniels going strong to the basket, and he dunks.
Ooh.
And is there a foul? And a foul.
He did him dirty, man.
Oh, man. Like me and Joe Curry.
Highlight play.
We've been saying, Zach, I like this McDaniels kid. I really like this McDaniel kid.
He's leapy. He's young and spry. He's 6'10", only 185 pounds, but a good athletic rim gazer, can do it all.
He hits a free throw here, so back to 9, but I like his lankiness.
14 points on 5 of 8 shooting.
Yeah. As quickly keeps the ball here in between his legs. He's surveying, quickly stops by the circle, back to Burks. Burks driving. Burks back to Obi. Obi still keeps the dribble. And they're going to call a travel on Obi Toppin. And hopefully Thibodeau lets him out there because he loves to pull him. And, of course, freaking Randall gets up. I can't wait for them to trade Randall. I'm sorry. I'm frustrated with Randall. Because they're not going to let Obi Toppin play. It's like, my God.
This is all around both teams. This is one of the worst basketball games I've ever seen.
No, it's pretty fast-paced. The refs call a foul.
It's a bad game. It's a really bad game. As
the ref starting to make as Toppin turns, he shovels his feet, and they're gonna pull him with 9:41. They're up by 9. Let's see where this takes us.
I do like seeing Grimes get extended burn, though. He hasn't made many rookie mistakes. Grimes has been playing really, really excellent basketball for us.
McDaniels driving, rises on Julius, and he does it on Julius Randle. So he scores 78-71. You could put lipstick on a pig is a pig. As here's quickly.
You can put perfume on a turd, it's still a turd.
As quickly pass it to Randle. Randle back to Burks. Burks back to Randle. Randle back to Burks. Back to Randle. Randle, come on, let's go. He back to Grimes. Hot potato. Grimes. Minute out, misses. Here's McDaniels. McDaniels back to Beasley. Beasley passes. Here's a drive. Puts it up, and it scores. Powell again. So not just like that. 78-75. Once a double-digit lead, back down to 5 as a timeout, as Thibodeau calls a timeout on the floor.
And I wanted to touch on something. Since you and I both, I had brought up the Ben Simmons stuff. You and I both got killed for kind of agreeing on that. Um, he might go 3 for 5 and not shoot it a lot, but he'll give you 10 assists, 15 rebounds. The team will look good, and they were the first seed in Philly with Ben Simmons, right? How many times has Randall gone 3 for 10 this year, started out 3 for 10 or worse? What would you rather have, a guy that actually gets everybody involved, that plays within himself? Or would you rather have a guy that just goes 3 for 10, 3 for 15 every other night, it seems? He's just so sloppy. He forces up shots, bad shots. And last year, it's the same player as it was last year. The difference is Julius Randle's bad shots last year were going in. But you can't rely on those bad shots to go in consistently. I mean, it will happen for a year, but now that people are figuring him out, I mean, it's not hard to defend him. Double team him and hope he misses those bad shots. And more times than not, he's going to miss them, and you're going to lose.
And not only that, you could play if you have a point guard who's 6'5", or taller, 6'5", you could actually play him on Randall, because you could actually knock the ball away from his hands and turn the ball over, because his dribbling abilities, and Randall's afraid of going north to south.
And the turnovers were a problem last year too. 4 turnovers a game last year as well. It's just he was playing better in every other facet because he was hitting those bad shots. Yeah, he's a turnover machine. He doesn't have the handle. No handle Randall. He's that name for a reason. But and then Ben Simmons can handle the ball pretty good for a 6'10" player. He can handle the ball in space. I don't know. He could be counted on. I guarantee you, if you look up the career 3 for 10 or 3 for 15 starts to a game field goals, I guarantee you Randall has 50 more than Ben Simmons.
But I don't know. I don't think Philadelphia is interested in Randall.
No, they don't want Randall. Simmons is a better basketball player.
You're not
going to let Simmons go for Randall.
And of course, and when I meant that Joe Kirby, of course, I mentioned it before. The Chicago Bulls show the blueprint from that first meeting how to play Randall for the season, because they put a ball on Randall, and we're like, what? And
another guy I wanted,
and he actually embarrassed Randall's handle, in that game. And teams are not doing that. You've seen a lot of teams, they put their point guard on Julius to play and knock the ball away.
And once we get a superstar with Randall will just be a chemistry issue, because he'll want to be the number one. As
Kemba Walker brings the ball up here, and Burks in the game with Randall has McDaniel on him. McDaniel has the length on him, but although Randall's strong, Randall decides to go to paint, backs out to Burks, and Burks bails him out with a 3. So an assist for Julius Randle here, as Alec Burks hits a 3, 81-73. So give Randall finally gets an assist here as Burks cashes in. So here's Minnesota.
Grimes playing aggressive defense here.
Yes, with LeMay back, give and go. LeMay has deep in the paint, passes and a foul call, so he'll go to the free throw line.
It's also fine to disagree, CB. We all want the same thing. We want the Knicks to be good. We just all have different ways of looking at it. No problem with that. No problem with that at all.
No, it's always good to agree to disagree. That's right.
Exactly.
And he hits the first free throw here. Jake LeMay hits the free throw. 81-74. Layman?
Yep. Formerly from Portland, I believe.
No, Maryland. He went to this University of Maryland.
Yeah, I meant this.
College. Oh, yeah. Got you. 81-75. I thought he was a rookie. I've never heard of him. He played in Portland. So
maybe I could be wrong.
I'll take your word on it. Where's G Money, our statistician? And here's Randall. Randall, top of the key. Randall driving, spins in the paint, pull away. Mitchell Robinson there to clean it up. 783-75. So Mitchell Robinson having a big game tonight. As Powell driving and offensive foul. Quentin Grimes playing some tight defense there. Got an elbow. Knicks will have it here. So they need to absolutely make them pay and extend it back up to double digits.
Yeah. Young Mitchell Robinson losing some weight that I said wasn't good for him to put on, and it's looking more spry.
As Walker dancing. Walker driving. Walker stops on a dime. He stops. He pushes it up, and they're going to call a travel? On Kemba Walker. Ooh.
Everything's a travel in the NBA today. You can't call that.
Wow. So he stopped at the dime and he put it up and they call the travel call.
Meanwhile, James Harden could take 15 steps and a step back, and that's not a travel.
As Patrick Beverly will bring the ball up here. Beverly bounce pass. Here's Powell. Powell is being featured here. He throws it up. He's trying to hunt for a foul. No call. Rebound comes. Layman goes in and he's going up and he scores. So Knicks stopped playing there. Thought there was going to be a whistle. They come to a pause and allow Minnesota to keep playing. That's why you have to continue playing no matter what. Don't give up. As Walker double team to Randall. Randall from the left side thought about the three. Randall going strong to the basket and he got blocked by McDaniels. So
that's the third time
man.
He got blocked by a little string bean.
Here's McDaniels. Back to Powell. He's going to shoot the three in transition. And, play by Burks. Burks comes up with the rebound. Burks, he keeps the dribble. He's going to find Grimes. Grimes back to Burks. 16 on the shot clock. They'll slow it down here. They'll call a play. Burks trying to get a screen. He has a switch, a mismatch. Burks going strong to the basket. Loses the handle. He keeps the dribble. And what they're going to call here, and they're calling an offensive foul. So timeout on the floor.
Looks like they're calling it on Mitch.
And Johnny Davis says, okay, Randall didn't mess this up.
As Randall cries to the ref.
No fouls.
No, that wasn't a foul. That's the third time he's blocked Randall all ball. McDaniels, there's no way McDaniels should be manhandling a dude who's 260 pounds and a freak of nature. You got to go up stronger than that.
But here's the thing. You cannot teach. That's why I'm like a big proponent on Marvin Bagley, players like that. You can't teach height. You can't teach height. You like that length. But the arms, the arms.
Yeah, but still, Julius is so strong. He should be able to completely bully him and get to the basket. You got to go up stronger than that.
Of course. But one of the lankiest players in the NBA and has some really long arms and had a lot of blocks, Marcus Camby.
Yeah, but to combat a lanky defender, if you're a guy that's built, because Julius Randle is built like a brick crap house.
Yes.
So to same thing LeBron does. When you have, they're not the same player, but you have to use the same mindset. Get your head down, get a full head of steam, and get to the basket. It's either going to be you make the shot or a foul call.
Right. And he needs to use his
James Harden. Right. James Harden's smaller, but James Harden is strong. Like, people don't understand. These guys are strong. RJ Barrett, how does he get to the basket? Using strength, taking it up hard. You can't go weak against an NBA player that's a string bean but can jump and block and he's hustle and energetic. You can't. Like Mitchell Robinson. How's Mitchell Robinson beat when he was skinny? By guys that went strong.
Right.
It's not rocket science. Go up stronger than that, Julius.
That's why we were saying the same. We were always saying that about RJ as well as RJ.
He don't go strong either.
No,
he gets to the basket strong.
He gets to it, but doesn't finish. Not a strong finisher.
10-cent finish.
RJ come in. RJ just came in.
Yeah, it's the same with him too. Where's this? All these RJ dudes that loved him. Where's this number one player we were supposed to see this year? Number one option. Why? What has he done to deserve the offense being ran through him? I don't understand.
And the funny thing is, the Knicks are up. And the Knicks are up 83-77. That's the passion of the Knicks fans, folks. As he goes, Jedi, yep, trade Julius yesterday, even if the fans suck. Obi back in, and I want Mark Jackson and Jeff Gunn to coach the team. I like Thibodeau still.
Tibbs is a good basketball coach. But the thing is, you have we're up 83-77 against a team without Anthony Edwards, without Karl Anthony Towns, and without who else? Oh, D'Angelo Russell. Without their big three. I mean, come on. We blew a 17-point lead. This team's not good, and it's talent. It's the effort on the floor. It's not there. It's not Tibbs' fault.
Here's Beverly back to McDaniels. McDaniels driving open three-pointer, and he in and out, almost went in. Richard Robinson came in there. McDaniels had a good look there, halfway down and rims out. So Kemba will bring the ball up.
I like Kemba in these closing situations here.
And Kemba Walker rises up for three, misses the front of the rim. Here comes Patrick Beverly. Beverly over on the left wing. Beverly, alley-oop, and give that man an assist there. So just like that was too easy. Guys are not getting back.
Is that Tibbs' fault? Is that what Tibbs wants right there?
as Kemba Walker brings the ball with 6 minutes here. 83-73, 79. It's a dogfight as RJ Barrett in the curl to Randall, back to Barrett. Barrett, no one wants it. Barrett driving strong. Barrett double clutch. RJ Barrett hits it, ran a foul.
Should have been an offensive foul.
So Beasley got called for the foul. 85-79. So Barrett will go to the line here. Let's see.
He went right up to him with the elbow. He initiated the contact. I hate that. Like when the refs call these fouls for both teams, against the Knicks or for the Knicks, if the offensive player initiates a contact with an elbow or a shoulder, that's an offensive foul. You know how many times the Knicks have been called against that with a bad call against us?
Knicks are atrocious on the free throw line, and they call a lane violation. So they only
miss again.
They've been atrocious tonight. Tonight in Minnesota, they've been missing the free throws. Must be the cold weather.
0 for 8 to start their last game at the free throw line.
As they'll inbound the ball here, loose ball foul, actually, not a lane violation, loose ball foul. So they'll keep the possession here. As RJ looking to inbound the ball here, finding Kemba Walker. So Nathan Knight fouled out with 8 points. So here's RJ. RJ going strong to the basket, dishes it to Mitchell Robinson. Who I thought it was Nolan Noel out there with little butterfingers. So
still, he wasn't going to be able to do anything with that pass anyway.
As Beverly calls out a play here with 5:30 here. Beverly driving, kicks. Good job by Mitchell Robinson getting the passing lane. Here comes RJ. RJ looking up. RJ in the transmission, passes it back to Randall. Randall to Grimes. Grimes ready to throw, and it misses. Loose ball comes up Beverly as Knicks need to get back. Here's Beverly passing, and good job by Kemba. Kemba has a mismatch, but they need to help him. Monroe cutting to the basket. Good job there, finding that open cut. Monroe doing a lot of good things on the floor here. 85-81 with 5 minutes, trying to stay in the league there as a serviceable backup. And here's Kemba Walker. Kemba back to Randall. Randall to Grimes. Grimes came out cold here. Grimes back to Randall. Randall's going to open up for three and misses. Knicks got to stop shooting the threes, move the ball, and attack. 85-81. Here comes Beverly back to Beasley. Beasley's going to rise for three. In front of the rim, misses. Here comes Quentin. Quentin Grimes back to RJ. RJ Barrett bringing the ball up here. 4 minutes and 30 seconds here. Barrett keeps the ball in between his legs. Barrett driving. Barrett going strong, but he's going to call for a foul, and he got bailed out with a foul. RJ pulling a Ben Simmons.
But we'll defend RJ to the death.
And we need to get, as Pepe Le Pew comes back in the game.
Great.
Oh, Quentin Grimes gets the sits. As here's Fournier.
Grimes been there for a while, though.
Here comes, yeah, that's true. Here's Kemba. Minute. Back to Fournier. Fournier, 5 on the shot clock. Fournier going to the basket, passes it RJ. RJ from the three. It's good. RJ Barrett.
Bang.
88-81. Bang. 4-11. And there's a timeout on the floor.
Not for the Suns. Just playing cheap money. Free McBride. He just came back. You got to get him up to speed.
Oh, man.
That was a nice pass by Fournier. Yeah. And plus, Grimes played really good minutes, Kev. He gave us good minutes. He had a lot. It shows Tibbs does play young guys. He brought him in. He proved himself. And now look who's still in the rotation when everybody's back healthy. Wow. Imagine that. It's fine. People hate Tibbs. People just want someone to blame when the effort is not there. I tell you what, you give Tibbs Julius Randle's body with the way what the way Tibbs is as far as commitment and determination and drive. You mean to tell me he wouldn't be a much better defender? He wouldn't give much better effort every night? Like Tibbs is not the one giving these wide open backdoor cuts. That's not in Tibbs's defensive scheme. I promise you, that's not any coach's scheme. Looks like some Mitchell Robinson's yelling at somebody.
So 12 points for Mitchell Robinson tonight. He's been assertive on the offensive glass.
He's been active.
He's been very active.
Oui, mon frère.
Let's hope Pepe Le Pew That's it. Pepe Le Pew hit some shots here. The Knicks one worries me. They're stinking up the joint on the free throw lines, and they're gonna need to hit free throws to put this game away, especially in a 7-point game here with 4 minutes and 5 seconds go left in the game here. Knicks up 88-81 as Minnesota has the possession. Beasley thought about the three. Beasley, good job by Pepe. Pepe forced the ball out to Monroe. Monroe on the left wing. Give and go to Patrick Beverly, but Randall was there, but the lanky McDaniels cleans it up. So right place at the right time.
Beat on the back door. That was Kemba's man.
As Kemba Walker will bring the ball up. Here's Kemba back to Randall. Randall back to Fournier. Fournier. He thought about the shooting from the curl back to Kemba. 8 on the shot clock. They're gonna call a double foul. Or they're gonna call a foul on the floor.
Julius is hurt.
Julius has been holding his knee.
Yeah, but the way that he tied him up there, that should be a defensive foul, and Julius is hurt. Either that or he's trying to sell the call. I'm with Joe Curry on this one. If you look, see, he's grabbing him. He's the one that's falling on his knee. He fell on his knee.
And he was holding his knee earlier in the game. He was talking to Kenny Payne earlier about his knee. That was ugly. Yes, it was. And they're going to keep Julius with a knee. Remember, there's a game tomorrow night in Minnesota. So Fournier will bring the ball. Fournier driving. Fournier passes it to Mitchell Robinson. And Mitchell Robinson with the dunk. 90-80. Knicks up by 7.
Throws it down, as Mike Breen says.
With 3 minutes and 15 seconds here. 14 points from Mitchell Robinson and 16 rebounds. Oof. So here's Beverly. Beverly dancing. Beverly still alley-oop and misses the front of the rim. Mitchell Robinson comes out for another rebound. Yes, go ahead.
No, sorry. I'm just trying to add a little bit when I can. That's
yes, all. Yeah, no problem. No problem. As Kemba Walker brings the ball up here. 80-90, 83. Kemba Walker to RJ. Mitch Watson. Oh man, they had a chance in the paint. Here comes Beverly. Back pass to Powell. Powell passes it back to Beverly. They're going to reset here. 13 on the shot clock. They got time here. 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Knicks got to defend.
I was the coach. Mitch was so wide open. I was screaming it like I was coaching.
Here's a drive. And he got it. So Beasley with the floater. 85-90. A 5-point game. 2 minutes and 20 seconds here. Plenty of time here.
And that was good defense.
Can't get comfortable.
That was good defense, just better offense. Mitch had his hands straight up. That was all you could do.
And then RJ Simmons. So that's the new name.
People still want to give him the keys of the franchise, but they don't want to trade for Ben.
Here's Randall. Bounce past to Pepe. Pepe for 3. He misses the air ball. Oh, he stunk that one up. And here comes Here comes Beverly. Beasley. 16 on the shot clock. 1:50. He's gonna rise for 3. Air ball. He thought he was fouled, but here comes Kemba Walker. Knicks to slow this
in
down.
The building now. Nice breeze in the target center.
As Walker putting up a play here. 12 on the shot clock. Kemba Walker, can he close it? We need a closer. We need to close it. And Kemba Walker, he's got McDaniels, the lengthy. Here comes Kemba, driving, puts it up, in misses, runs for the rebound. Walker comes back with the rebound. He kicks it back out. Smart move. Smart veteran play there by Kemba Walker with the offensive rebound. 1:15 seconds here. Kemba passes to RJ. RJ Simmons driving. RJ Simmons go to the basket, and he scores. RJ Barrett, 95-85. Timeout on the floor. Woo. Yes, indeed. Zay. Wow. What a fortunate that they got that offense, a rebound, and smart move by RJ Simmons.
Calling him RJ Simmons, but now he makes a layup. They're going to say, give him the keys of the franchise.
We're just having fun with with Agent Super Argo calling him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love Agent Super Argo. He knows how I feel about him. We're part of the mod police. I'm just messing with you, man.
92-85. I think that might be just enough. To get this victory tonight in Minnesota. And Carlo, hello, Carlo. He says, milk the clock.
Yes,
I'm gonna get the clip. I told him I'm gonna get the clip since he comes on regular from The Godfather every time he comes up from when he goes, hello, Carlo.
Has Antoine interrupted at all tonight?
No. Nobody mentioned Derrick Rose.
Well, is Derrick Rose playing?
Derrick Rose is injured with an injury, out for a couple of weeks.
From the start, Now you can see Antoine
It's got to be in
Griezmann.
English, Antoine. It's got to be in English. Under pressure.
I love Derrick Rose.
That's a very valid.
Sorry, I had to sabotage it. You know how I feel about Antoine.
As Antoine always loves Derrick Rose. And of course, we need to stop. We need to protect the perimeter. It'll be interesting. Quentin Grimes. That's what I was going to say. It'll be interesting if they bring Quentin Grimes because Minnesota is going to try to shoot some threes, and Grimes will get back in the game here.
Imagine that. Imagine that. Tibbs playing a young guys.
And Pepe Le Pew will have a seat here, not to close out this game with 1:12. So Pepe takes a seat for the silent assassin as they inbound the ball here. Mitchell Robinson going strong and good job there. But good determination. Good determination. Yeah.
RJ should have never let his man get around that.
No, 90-87. As Thibodeau got upset there.
He knew right away as soon as RJ left him go.
Pass it to Grimes. Grimes back to Kemba Walker. 11 on shot clock. 54 seconds here. 92-87. Knicks trying to close this out. Pass it to Barrett. And there was a foul there. So foul on the pass to Patrick Beverley. That's the first within. Knicks are in the bonus, actually. So free throws are coming up.
Every single time they do that high screen and roll with Mitch at the 30-foot line, two guys crash on Kemba. Mitch goes wide open in the middle. Throw it up. I know you're short, Kemba, but throw it up to Mitch. He catches it. As soon as he comes down, the person from the perimeter's got to come to him, and then he throws it out there for a wide open three to Grimes. Every time. But they haven't done it.
As he hits a free throw here, Kemba Walker has another free throw coming up. We'll see you tomorrow, Carlo. So good night, Carlo. As it comes on, let's go. And they're in the penalty. So Kemba hits a one free throw, 92-87. Key free throw is going to be the key clutch here, as he has another free throw coming up here for Kemba. And he misses it in and out. Randall has the rebound. And they're going to call a jump ball. Again, the lengthiness and the long arms of McDaniel. What a player, man. I'm sold on McDaniels. Wow, I like this kid.
The thing is, he just sits there. Throw your hands up and try to get the ball out. Call it a foul. I mean, make him call a foul. Make them call a foul. Be stronger with it. And it's funny because as soon as he comes down with the layup, he wants to be strong, slap their hands away. You should be that aggressive when you're going to the basket.
And big jump ball here. And Minnesota comes up with it. Beverly on the inbound transition. Good job by Quentin Grimes. Knocks the ball away. Good job there. As they're going to review this, 42.3 seconds. It should go on to review. It's under the 2-minute mark. And it was a close play there. Quentin Grimes says last touch by Beasley.
That's off Beasley. That's off
Beasley's leg.
That's off Beasley.
Once again, the referee's too old, too slow to get to watch that play. Why are they not replaying this?
They can't challenge. They have to.
No, you don't have to. It's under 2 minutes.
No, they have to review it. He can't challenge. They have to review it.
They review everything. They review everything in under 2 minutes.
Imagine that.
So would these moronic officials review this? Yes, they will. All right. Finally, earn your paycheck.
Tibbs had to scream at him for him to do it.
My God, this the ineptitude from these guys, and they get paid well. They eat well. They have a nice per diem. They go on the road for travel first class. Do your job right.
They love because you don't sign up to be a ref unless you love basketball.
You know, do your job right. That's all we ask. Come on. That ref was too old to keep up with the play to see that play call.
And it's not easy, Kev.
They're not reviewing it. They're not reviewing it.
It's not an easy job, but then if you can't do it, don't sign up. Sorry, I almost.
And here's the three on misses rebound. Ball don't lie. So Kemba Walker will come up with that. But still, that would have went in. We would have been disaster as Kemba Walker. What they calling now? I guess the shot clock didn't. The clock didn't start. And the stop will seal it.
To realize it.
That's disgusting because, that's disgusting, Z, because they put that in that replay call on there to check, and now they're going to the replay center. Why? What's going on? Why are we going to the replay center?
To figure out how much time was on the clock.
But meanwhile, you couldn't check if the ball was touched last. Come on, man.
And then they these reviews that are pointless. Like this review right here is pointless, in my opinion. To take all this time to get the players to cool off just enough where an injury could happen, get them tight, it's stupidity.
And not only that,
If it's not a hard, if it's a hard job. I get it. Being a referee is a hard job. I've ref just kid games. It's hard, but you're a professional. If you can't do your job, don't sign up to do your job. No one made you become a referee. No one made you, so it's on you. They don't give that excuse for doctors that are giving open heart surgery.
And not only that, especially when before the game starts, you have FanDuel betting apps. You talk about the spread. You talk about point spread. You talk about over and unders. You got to be really transparent with these officials. They got to get this call better or use their timeout properly. Get the call right, as RJ Barrett's going to inbound the ball here. As Thibodeau was signing for a timeout, but I don't know. Just inbound the ball. Kemba Walker will inbound the ball.
What he was doing was getting them ready, showing that he was going to call a timeout instead of a 5-second violation.
Back to RJ. RJ double team, swiped, and RJ will go to the free throw line.
Oh, great.
28.5 seconds, 93-87. Free throws will seal this game. So RJ Barrett will go to the line here. Knicks up, 93-87. Knicks are shooting 3 of 12. Go ahead, Z.
That is the worst game of basketball. You finally hits one, but 3 of 12, that's inexcusable. I don't care who you're playing. If you're 3 for 12 from a free throw line, even if you win, that's garbage.
And Burks missed 3 in a row at one time.
The easiest shot in basketball is a free throw. In the NBA, at least. And, of course.
He was 1 for 2 on the line. And loose ball. Last touch by Minnesota.
Nick Ball. Or are they going to review this one?
They're going to have to review it because it was so close. RJ
Simmons isn't even half. RJ Barrett isn't even half the player Ben Simmons is. Sorry.
As they'll inbound the ball here with 26.7 seconds. Knicks will keep the possession. So Minnesota is going to probably foul once they get the ball in bounds. Then Randall will come up with the ball. Monroe fouls Randall. So more free throws coming up. 24.2 seconds here. Knicks up 94-87. They're in the bonus. Have a chance to continue to extend this game here.
Another thing about Greg Monroe, Kev, while we have a free throw break real quick, Greg Monroe lost a lot of weight as well. So he's looking more spry on defense. He looks like he could at least stay with people. So maybe when he's done with his hardship for the Timberwolves, we can explore him being another big to give us some offense.
As he hits a free throw here, the only way I could see Monroe, I don't know.
No, I meant if we needed like a big that could score.
Right. I think he's going to hang on. I think he's going to
5 for 20. That's garbage.
He's going to stick with the Knicks. I mean, with the Timberwolves. As 12 points for Julius Randle. He hits a pair of free throw here. So 96-87. Randle 5 of 20 from the field, but Knicks are up by 9 here with 23.2 seconds. They hit their free throws when it counted, as Patrick Beverley got poked in the eye by accident from Burks. A player that I thought they would help the Knicks on the perimeter defense, something that they could use. But, Patrick Beverley had a pretty decent game. Nothing to write home about. That's what he gives you. But he's being a vocal leader on the floor and getting his players in the right place. Great defender as they inbound ball to McDaniels, and they're going to call a foul.
He's a pest.
They call a foul. Yeah, he's being a pest out there.
You got him in the bonus. Beverly's never a guy that's going to wow you with his stats. But what he's going to wow you with is his commitment to being a competitor all game. He will compete as long as he's in there 110%. He can shoot the ball, and he's a pest. Like, he does these good things.
And that's what they call a dog. As he hits a free throw. 96-88.
Is he built for New York? I don't know.
He played in Los Angeles. He played in Los Angeles.
New York? Is he built for New York?
96-88. As Mitchell Robinson, did he foul out or he just I don't think he was in foul trouble. And he goes 1 for 2 from Beverly. Also not a good free throw shooter neither. 96-88. And they're going to foul. They're going to double. Bounce pass to Kemba. Kemba trying to dribble out the clock. Kemba passes it back to Grimes. Grimes
forced the backcourt.
Yes, it did. Back to Kemba. 6 seconds on the clock. They're going to just let this go. And they're going to call a jump ball. They got a jump ball out of it.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, I guess these refs don't want to go home still. And Kemba should just throw the ball up in the air. By the time it comes down, it would have been over, but I think that'll be the last play.
Perfect example. Beverly's competing to the very, very end. Even if the game's well over.
The two shortest guys are going to jump the ball here, Beverly and Kemba. Kemba's not even going to jump. Beverly still competes for the tap, and it's all over. So that was a waste of time. 96-88. The New York Knicks beat the Minnesota Timberwolves on the road to start their 4-game road trip. So 96-88 in Minnesota. The Knicks win. It was a high, quick game, a lot of highs and lows, peaks and valleys. Definitely, now the refs, the refs laugh out loud. So, oof, a lot to talk about here. Let me stop the screen here so we could get this going. Let me, you know what? I feel like I'm gonna. If you guys want to come on, if anyone wants to come on talk about the Knicks on this wrap up, feel free. But Zach, talk to me. What did you see through the whole game? Your opinions, your thoughts before we get some stats.
It's not even an opinion. It's just disappointing. This team is horrible. This team's talent is overrated. We're overrated. We don't play with effort or intensity. The few that do are finally hitting the rotation, and that's what I think. That's a message Tibbs is sending. Grimes, I mean, he's shot well. He hasn't really done a whole lot to wow you. He just plays hard and he competes, and he plays hard every second he's out there. Look how he got in the rotation by showing effort and playing with intensity. You have certain things that he does that everybody is capable of doing, but they don't. 3 for 12 at free throws until the end, until the game was pretty much. Even if they missed those free throws, they were probably going to win the game. You can't hit free throws. You can't finish at the rim. You're not going up strong. You're not taking advantage of mismatches. You're playing god-awful defense. This team is disappointing for a coach to watch. I'm not a professional coach, but there's a coach in me that is just disgusted. This is fundamental stuff that you learn at the level I coach at, 7th and 8th, 9th and 10th grade. You teach these habits there, and I guarantee you none of my kids play with – all of my kids that I coach play with more fundamentals than this garbage. And simply we would be 4 games over 500 instead of 3 games under 500 if we just played with fundamentals and played hard, Kev. That's what's so frustrating about this team. And we barely beat the Timberwolves without their young big three. So what? And we tried to give the game away. Up 17, ended up going down by a couple. We tried to give the game away. The competitive nature is not there.
I could agree to a certain level, but you cannot say a competitive nature with the second
That's
unit.
why I said the few guys that pop the rotation.
They're in there. They're competing. They want to stay on the floor. It'll be interesting tomorrow. We play the Detroit Pistons tomorrow. Although Minnesota looks like it's snowing really bad. I don't know if they're able to get out from Minnesota with that rain, with that snowstorm. They got it back. Oh, they could go if they could fly of the day of. But NBA had rules that they don't like teams traveling day of the game. But with that said, it's be interesting to see tomorrow the minutes. Let me look at Julius Randle played 38 minutes and Toppin
5 for 20.
Only 11 minutes. You got to stop holding Toppin. How Thomas should be playing close to 20 minutes of basketball on the floor. He's a positive. Let's see tomorrow. Hopefully he plays Obi Toppin some more. Hopefully we get some Jericho Sims in the game. The Detroit Pistons, 5 wins only. They're and they're gonna want to run and gun, and they're gonna play the Knicks on a back-to-back. And I hope he cuts the minutes from Fournier, maybe Walker a little bit. It'll be interesting to see because Walker couldn't play back-to-backs, and now with Walker winning back to Player of the Week. Will he play tomorrow? That was one of the reasons why he fell out of the rotation. We shall see tomorrow with those. Let me give you the stats before we continue elaborating on what we've seen on the floor. Knicks shot 41.1% from the field. That's 37 out of 90, holding the Minnesota to 34-85. They shot 40% from the field. Knicks shot 40% from 3-point land, 16 out of 40, holding Minnesota 7 out of 38 for 18.4% from the 3-point land. Knicks shot 6 out of 16. They missed 10 points on the free throw lines. Minnesota wasn't so hot either. They 13 out of 20. That was also 65%. But you can't shoot 37.5% from the free throw line, and you're lucky you got away with this victory. You gotta execute. Knicks out rebound the Minnesota Timberwolves 54-45, 15 offensive rebounds to Minnesota's 10. 22 assists for Minnesota, 19 for New York. New York with only 4 blocks. Minnesota had 11 blocks tonight, and they were active. 15 turnovers for New York, 10 for Minnesota, 40 points for the Knicks in the paint, 48 points for Minnesota in the paint. And the high man for the Knicks, they were led tonight by 14 points from Mitchell Robinson, 18 rebounds and 32 minutes of action. Julius Randle with 13 points, 2 assists, 15 rebounds for Julius in 38 minutes. 10 points for Kemba Walker, 1 assist, 4 rebounds, 33 minutes of action. Evan Fournier with 13 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Quentin Grimes with 11 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. RJ Barrett, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Burks with 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Taj Gibson had 7 points, 6 rebounds. Quickly, 6 points, 4 assists, and 15 minutes of action. Toppin only played 11 minutes, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 7 points. So going forward, tomorrow, a quick turnaround in the Motor City. Young, up and coming, running and gunning. We beat them last time, not so long ago. It'll be interesting to see how they come out, the Knicks. Do they feel like they, just because they hit the floor, they're ready to win? Or are they going to compete? And when they have a chance to put a team away, put their foot on the throat and execute.
They're going to come out the same way they always come out. Like I had said, they don't compete. They don't do certain things. The only one that really does, Quentin Grimes, as far as 31 minutes tonight, he played a lot of minutes, and it was good to see. He played him, even Kemba to an extent after the benching, as at least he's flawed, but at least he competes. Obi Toppin competes, but there's very few that compete, and the reason they're in the rotation is because they're competing. As far as Quentin Grimes, he's in the rotation solely because he competes. You know, he shoots threes at a good clip, but so does a lot of other guys on this team. As far as Alec Burks, Evan Fournier, you know, they all shoot three. Even Evan Streaky, but he's still a 40% career 3-point shooter. He can shoot the ball. You know, he's got the same size as those guys. He's got the same. He doesn't have anything that wows you compared to those guys, other than his competitive nature. But there's going to be some guys that do and some guys that don't, and it doesn't matter the guys that do, because if you don't, as a team, the whole team needs to come out with the same energy, the same intensity. You know, you got to play on a string with each other on offense. Melvin, I agree.
Yeah, read it out.
The Knicks were lucky to win this crummy game and are not at this time a playoff team by any means. Play the youngsters. I'm tired of Randall, Fournier, and Kemba bleeping up the works. Sims and McBride, please. Well, Sims' IQ is really not there yet. He's a raw prospect, but he, you know, athletically he's gifted. So you'd like to see more minutes to help develop that, because there's no reps like game reps. Any coach, any player, any coach will tell you that there's no reps like game reps in any sport, especially basketball. But it's so challenging because Randall, the front office, the whole organization committed to him. They gave him the big deal, and they sold that to us. They're not going to let Tibbs bench him and play Obi more minutes, even though it should happen. People want to blame Tibbs. It should happen. It's not like Tibbs don't see it. It's if he goes to the front office and Leon Rose and them and says, I want to play Julius Randle 25 minutes a game and give Obi the rest, he's going to be – they're not – Dolan ain't going to like that. They're not going to like that. They just gave him the big deal. They want to sell it to the fans. They want to make sure he gets it right and get him all the minutes, all the touches. I don't like it. They didn't. I just don't like it. I hate this team. I love my Knicks. I hate this team.
Okay, I mean that's a little raw reaction with that.
It's not raw. It's this whole season. It's this whole season.
I respect it. I respect that opinion of your opinion. That's what makes Zeep his opinion with the basketball. Wait on this Knicks take. Meet with this team tomorrow. Kate Cunningham. This team works fast. It'll be interesting. No Kemba Walker. I think it would have been helped the Knicks if they would have brought in McBride just for a couple minutes for cleanup for 3 minutes. You know, I know he's coming back from COVID. Just get him in 3 minutes, steal some minutes, you know, at the close of a half or so forth like that. Of course, just to get him on the floor to get his win condition. Because I think tomorrow he's going to have to play if Kemba Walker, you know, back to back quickly as well. You know, these guys are coming back from protocols, and yeah, it'd be interesting to see, you know, because I think, be honest with you, that's a dynamic backcourt between Quickly and McBride, Grimes, and Quickly. Also, Quickly, but I like the way they work together in summer league. The way they work, they're really dynamic. Those two guys, especially, and you could add Grimes down to that element. Those three played really well, and we got to see 24 minutes some way somehow from Obi Toppin tomorrow, and I hope it's not that they're gonna move Randall to the 5 or I know it works sometimes, but my God, play Jericho Sims, cut Randall's minutes, just 10 minutes. That's all we're asking for. Nothing astronomical, because you can't have someone out there shooting 5 out of 20 out there, and it's hard. And Tam Hill, salute Tam Hill. Welcome to the program. Salute to you in the chat. Let me highlight with that. He says 37 minutes for Julius Randle against Minnesota. Tam, you're absolutely correct. Let's bring in our statistician here and always wrap up to G Money. Salute, G Money.
What's going on? What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Doing well, my friend. Doing well. Talk to me, and then I'll throw it back to Z. Talk to me what you saw there. Go ahead, Z.
Real quick before you go, G Money. It's nothing long. Just we are now officially back in the play-in. We're 10th, and we're now only 2 games behind Philly for the 6th seed with this win.
Nice.
It's a standings update.
Nice. And Philly had a good win in Toronto. Salute everybody. It was an ugly game, but hey, it was a good win. RJ came alive in the fourth quarter after he struggled the first 3. I thought we did a good job rotating to the shooters. Other times the Wolves missed some clean looks too. We had to consider. Mitch was a beast on the glass and was throwing out monster mashes. In fact, our rebounding was on point. We were seeing the ball first. That's what I love. And also, I loved how, even though the second quarter was a little bit ugly, I thought that we did a good job finding the open man late, doing a good job not to try to do too much. And the only thing we had to work on is our free throws, because our free throw shooting was garbage today. But other than that, our perimeter defense was fine, especially suing on Malik Beasley. And also, our rebound, especially on the offensive glass, was on point. That gives us extra opportunities. And like I said, RJ Barrett had a big fourth quarter after he was struggling the first 3 quarters. And even Evan Fournier had a good start, hitting the 3 and floaters. And we just were the more aggressive team at times. And it was a good win against a team that we were struggling against, because like I said, New York had lost 5 out of 6 against Minnesota. But, hey, we beat them in their house. I know the Wolves didn't have Russell, Edwards, and Cat, but, hey, we took advantage of it. We did what we were supposed to do. We have our first winning streak since October, which is great. First winning streak since October. So now we're just on to against Detroit tomorrow.
Yeah, we definitely. Go ahead, Z.
No, we didn't. We barely. You can't say we did what we had to do. That was a horrible executed game. 3 for 12. 3 for 12 from the free throw line. I don't give a good God, whoever you are. There is no slicing excusing how poorly this team is fundamentally on all accounts. They're terrible on fundamentals. They are terrible when it comes to competition. Like I said, there's a few guys that do compete really hard, and I love them for it. But if you're not doing it as a 10-man rotation, whoever's on that court doing it all, it doesn't matter, because if you have weak links in your chain when you're on. When you're on the court, people are going to expose it. And they literally, Greg Monroe and a bag of rejects almost beat us tonight. Came down 17.
Clean looks from 3, 7 of 38 from 3. If they make 3 more threes, we'll be pissed off right now.
They're a bag of rejects. They were just on the street 10 days ago.
Mm-hmm. And only that, but also, right? Good point. You mentioned that. Could it be that they then and no excuses, but they didn't have a scouting report on these players?
Greg Monroe has a scouting report,
but okay, McDaniels. You know what's getting, you know who they, but the way they were, Bradley was moving the ball, and the way they were moving the ball around the perimeter and taking exploiting matchups, and you didn't know what were their tendencies. So I'm not, I get it, I understand you. I'm not trying to convince you from your thoughts. You have your opinion. I'm totally agreeing with you. It wasn't a clean game. They almost lost to a bunch of guys who were G leaguers and out of the league, born in by COVID, so forth. And I just got to give a little bit to the fact that they didn't have a scouting report to prepare for who they were playing with. But when you're up by 17 points in the second quarter, you need to know how to have the killer instinct and put this away.
Also, correct. The reason they were even close in this game, scouting report or not, is because they played with effort and intensity on that side, and they competed.
Right.
Yes, that helps when you haven't seen film on them all year. But the thing is, too, they played hard. They played hard. Although sloppy at times, McDaniels had an extremely good game. He played hard. Greg Monroe moved better than I've seen since his rookie year.
Yes.
These guys, as far he's down, he lost weight, but you can tell he's moving a lot better.
He's
He was
scoring
always
the
a
low
scorer.
post.
He was always a scorer and a passer and a rebounder. He just was too heavy and couldn't defend. But all these guys are moving around extremely well. They're competitive. They're playing hard. That's why they stayed in this game.
Yes.
And then the fact that it was, you didn't expect that effort coming out of them. You didn't expect these things, but if you play with effort, they don't have a chance.
True.
Right.
I mean, the only guys who I felt played with effort was Grimes a little bit. Obi, Mitch was big tonight, and RJ in the fourth quarter after he was a ghost for the free throw. You don't think so?
He still couldn't make free throws. He still couldn't. He made $1 million move, 10-cent finishes. He had one good finish in the fourth.
True.
And made a three.
Randall had a good start, but disappeared after that.
Yeah. Like normal.
Poof. I went but we were lucky the Wolves could not buy 3 tonight. The team was 7 of 38. If they shoot league average from 3,
we're done. We're cooked.
Or let me even change that. And again, I'm not going to make excuses. I'm not, but we have to be fair with the Wolves. If Towns or Russell or Edwards were playing, who knows? I mean, a win is a win. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying. But like you said, Z, even I'm happy we got the win. It felt ugly. It was sloppy. It was very sloppy.
It's not an extreme response, CB. They've had every single game we've seen this year. There's questions about Randall's motor. There's questions about other people's motors, Fournier, Kemba. There's been questions about this all year, especially if you watch the podcast that we put out. And if you watch, the watch alongs, we've all been wondering, like, where's the effort? Where's the intensity? Get back on defense. Push the pace. That's all part of this. It's been a problem all year.
Right.
Not with everybody, but it's been a problem all year with a couple of different players.
Greg Monroe, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 22 minutes of action. Felt like he had more points. I thought he had double figures.
He had a big impact game.
Yeah,
those 7 points were impactful. Go ahead, Z.
First game in 3 years. Last night he had 11 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists in 25 minutes.
He's going to be a good piece for the Wolves
going forward. Yeah, and we were mentioning about that. Z said if they release him or he doesn't get signed for a 10-day contract. We talk about New York trying to probably pick him up, but I don't see they'll get him because I wanted him last March. I wanted him last March when Mitchell Robinson went down. You wasn't coming back. There was really no centers out there before November Pell. I said, what? Why not try to give McGraw a 10-day contract?
Hit the mid-range too. Don't forget.
Right. He's not that.
He's a perfect triangle player.
Oh yeah, and he can hit free throws too. Yeah.
And Patrick Beverley. His line, I thought he 7 assists, 7 rebounds, only 3 points though for Patrick Beverley, but he was a pain in the neck all over the place, directing traffic.
Balls,
direct 50-50 balls, that hustle on the floor, nonstop. And they got guys that are out there, and some of these guys are trying to stick on. I'm leaving impressed with McDaniels. Jalen McDaniels, he totally impressed me, and I saw a lanky, and 18 points. 6 rebounds, a couple blocks, 36 minutes of action. Played better than Mikal Beasley, if you ask me.
Malik. Destroyed Julius Randle.
At times, drives, dunks, stretching the floor. If the Wolves
blocking him 3 times.
Blocking him. If the Wolves can just get healthy, this team can make the playoffs.
But then why, G-Money? Why have they made the playoffs? They brought veterans in that Kev wanted and myself also wanted, like a Patrick Beverley. You saw at the end of that. That's building culture. They lost tonight with a bunch of players out.
But they fought.
At that end, literally Patrick Beverley forced a jump ball for no reason. I know it was annoying. Made the game go farther. But that's the type of stuff that builds. That's competing 100% every time you're out there. That's why they are an improved team. Effort, intensity, heart, and hustle. That's why they're improved.
They hustle, they block shots. And don't forget, Mike B made a good point. They force a lot of turnovers, again, the transition. So, again, I don't know if the Wolves will make the playoffs, but if they can just get healthy, if they can get Cat, D'Lo, and Edwards back healthy, this team has a great shot to make the playoffs this year for the first time since 2018.
Yeah, I'm going to read CB's point. As a team, the free throws normally in the upper 70%. You're correct. They usually are a better free throw shooting team than we saw tonight. And it's an anomaly. I totally agree with you that it was an ugly. And you could learn you got to stop playing down to your competition, CB. I definitely agree with your thoughts. You have to have the killing instinct. And the thing is, as the season progresses and the competition extends and gets more better, you're not going to have the luxury, the opportunity to continue to have that killer that instinct, the killer instinct. You need to develop it, and these are the opportunities, and that's why we're frustrated because this team doesn't have that killer instinct. They should, and we want them to develop that. And like Z gets upset because there's no effort. You're up by so much. Let's go. Keep that intensity.
End the game early. Don't let them hang in.
Exactly. You have the second unit handing you a double-digit lead, and you as the starting unit, you're lackadaisical. You start seeing the same nonsense, the same bad habits again, allowing teams to cut it down to single digits where you should be adding on to something there.
Correct. It's not an abnormality. The last 5 games, the Knicks are shooting 42% from the free throw line. And
Seriously?
they have moved from top 5 in the league to 15th in the league. So they've literally, over the last 5 games, they've shot 41.7% from the free throw line. That's not an abnormality when it's a 5-game stretch.
Wow.
Okay, so they're in a shooting slump from the free throw line. They're shooting.
Especially against high-level teams.
Correct. And then the thing is, they have the opportunities to fix that. You got, and of course, this is just us as fans. They cannot see this. Us as fans, we got Minnesota next, OKC. You know, the schedule with teams that we are above, below 500 teams that we're just a slight better than them. And we have to develop these good habits, get in that good rhythm, get in this good habit, fix up the things, the kinks. You know, guys are coming back off COVID from the Knicks as well. So we got to bring them in slowly and acclimate them. But what frustrates us, the guys that have not been sick, that have been here, which is the starting unit, they need to wake up. They need to wake up. And right now, and we keep saying it doesn't look like a good fit with the starting unit for now.
And even the only one that was out on COVID was RJ, and he was having a down year even before he went out. So
that's a good point. Was inconsistent after that great start. He
killed off. And if I could, I just I know this is a basketball channel, but rest in peace to John Madden.
Yes. Thank you for reminding that. Yes. The legendary John Madden passes away. And for those that don't know, he was a really good coach, not just a guy who they name a video game after. A really good coach for those Oakland Raiders. Awesome guy. Awesome, excellent broadcaster. You know, you don't any Super Bowl or any big game. Him and Pat Summerall were the number one team that you wanted to listen to them call a game no matter who played. They could have put two ants playing football, or a bunch of ants, and them calling the game, phenomenal. So rest in peace, John.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take this.
No, I thank you for reminding me. Thank you for reminding me. Absolutely, a man, a legend who deserves the respect, and may he rest in peace.
My best, since I'm young, my best John Madden memory was when Brett Favre's father died, and he played, and John Madden called that game. He played the same day his father died, and that was what a guy, what a way to call a game. He was just as good of a coach as Super Bowl head coach as he was a commentator. And his legend will live forever. So rest in peace and condolences to the family.
Made NFL games fun. Knew the game inside and out. Also he was, like I said, great guy, great humble person. Rest in peace, man. I mean, 2021 and 2020. The 2020s have just been awful. With Dax, Kobe, Madden. It's crazy.
You can go down the list. Yeah, there's too many.
And Maria says, I totally agree with all of you. They need to improve, to wake up and keep winning games. Yeah. And like we said, one game at a time, one possession.
The good luck charm has spoken.
That's right. 1 quarter, 1 possession, 1 game. And then you could see you start climbing up. Right now, despite it wasn't pretty, it was ugly, right? But now they're in 10th. They're in the play. If the playoffs start today, they'll be in 10th. They'll be the 10th in the play.
They don't ask how, they ask how many.
Correct.
A whole lot of games.
I apologize. It gets you heated if you're a coach. It's so frustrating. This simple fundamental things they don't do.
I feel you, Zach. I mean, I'm happy we won the game, but I said this a million times. And again, there's many things.
Were we just saying on a stream? If I could grow antlers and
right.
Don't
that's right, G Money. That's right, Kelvin. You're hearing that, Kelvin T. You hear? Remember. Don't come with the ifs.
Don't move goalposts. Don't move goalposts. Don't do it. Don't do it, buddy.
Already, cool cast. Okay, so we got Detroit coming up tomorrow in Motown. What are your keys against the Pistons tomorrow?
Not come out with dog crap, competitiveness, attitude, play fundamentally sound. Continue some of the good spurts I did see in today's game, like you both said when they started sharing the ball. I liked Grimes getting big minutes tonight. You should see more of what you have out of him. And even if you can't get Obi to 20 minutes, if that'll piss Dolan off too much, pardon my French, get Obi 15 minutes, 18 minutes, get him a little bit more, because you don't know what he's going to do with it until you see. He could end up having a lot of bad plays, that he could end up being the next star, but you don't know until you know. Right. So sure. Get some more minutes for the guys that are playing with fundamentally sound attributes and are actually competing with high motors. Get more minutes out of those guys, especially against another young team.
Right. And don't forget, Detroit's trying to get revenge, because remember, we beat them at MSG, so I think it's going to be a tough game. Knowing the Knicks, man, it's probably going to be a close game. I just feel in my heart that the Pistons are going to give everything they can, but like you said, Z, we can just share the ball, attack, make our free throws, find the open man.
It's the easiest shot in basketball is a free throw.
Exactly, because no one's guarding you. Also, just rebound the ball. We should be good. But knowing the Knicks, man, it's going to be close. Trust me. As you always say, Z, they're the cardiac Knicks, and this game was one of them.
That's normally Kev that says that, but yeah.
Oh, you say Jedi? You say cardiac Knicks a lot?
Yeah. One thing going forward.
I just say they give me chest pain. I don't say they're the cardiac Knicks. They just give me
one thing going forward with Tom Thibodeau, and one thing I don't like, and it's just my criticism of Thibodeau, is you got to let Obi Toppin play, because now Obi Toppin's going to have it. You're going to create something in his head. If I make a mistake, I want to be on the floor. Like any player in any player at any level, collegiate, high school, anywhere, wants to play. They go to the court to play. Now, if you're Thibodeau, you got to let him play. If he makes a mistake, you cannot be pulling these guys, because every time he makes a mistake, he's going to be timid. He's going to be gun shy, and I don't want him to get gun shy. I want Toppin to free flow, and it'd be interesting to see. No Derrick Rose on the floor, no Derrick Rose on the court, and I think Derrick Rose was a safety blanket for Toppin. Continue attacking. Hopefully, Gibson talks to this top Toppin and tell him keep attacking, keep being aggressive. Don't let this fool you go down, because I'm not saying Obi will, but they're in a dangerous tippy toe that Toppin could put himself in a corner or lose confidence, because every time I make a mistake, I'm getting pulled. And and then last game when he got pulled, about 5-6 games ago, he got pulled. He got mad with Thibodeau. Why am I coming out? And it's okay. You're not to disrespect. I'm not saying go ahead and disrespect your coach. No, you listen to someone who's authority, who's ahead of you, but it's okay to ask that question. Why am I coming out? Give me an explanation. It's okay to be in a way you bring it. And I don't want this to hamper Obi Toppin's growth, because I think that kid has potential to be really important and special to the Knicks going forward.
Right.
Well, and let me see. Yeah, go ahead, Z.
So, you saw he used to do the same thing with Grimes. As far as like he'd pull him quick. If he brought him in, it was pulled really quick. And then the COVID thing hit. Then he was able to give him more minutes, as far as like without rocking the boat, whether it be organizational or just egos within the team, whatever the case. He didn't have to rock the boat, and he got Grimes more minutes. Grimes proved himself, and now look who's in the rotation and getting a lot of minutes every night.
Right.
Look for something, because it could be Julius. It could be a lot of different things too, combined with Tibbs. And Tibbs isn't perfect. Nobody is. But I'm saying his thinking could be he doesn't want to rock the best players. He doesn't want to do this, doesn't want to do that. He's too many what ifs for him, maybe. But if he gets a chance, like, look, if Julius Randle goes into COVID protocols and Obi Toppin shines in big minutes, then that makes it extremely interesting.
Then they have no choice but to play him more.
But then Tibbs' track record, every time someone comes in and balls out like that, they get more minutes. Grimes, Jimmy Butler was forced into back in Chicago. He was doing the same thing to Jimmy, what he was doing to Obi. And they had no choice but to play Jimmy in the playoffs, and then look. I don't know. It's to Obi's detriment. Tibbs is bringing him along way too slow. It's to Obi's detriment. You can tell Tibbs believes in him, but he's bringing him along way too slow, because he knows he knows, how bad I feel about Julius Randle. You guys know that. I'm not on Julius Randle's side. I'm not Team Randle.
Not this season.
The thing is, he knows Julius Randle's still a good player. He has a good insurance policy in Julius. He at least knows what he's going to get from him. So I think that's why he's bringing him along too slow, and it's to the detriment of Obi Toppin. I don't know. That's just me. I'm not in the locker room. I'm just trying to make sense of it, because it doesn't make sense at all.
No, you made some great sense. And like you said, Jedi. Obi Toppin, he's getting better. He's hustling loose balls, getting dunks. Even though
Shooting
his
better.
shoots better. I know his 3-point shoot's been bad this season, but he's getting a little
He
bit
hit.
better the last
His
few games.
form looks a lot better.
His form's a lot better and more fluent too, especially at the corner. So if you're Thibs, you might want to, I'm not saying play a whole lot of minutes. That's not what we're saying, but at least keep it going. Maybe sometimes experiment him and Randall, see how it goes sometimes. Because he did that at times last year. So see
He did it this year. He did it this year, G Money. It worked a little bit, but here's the thing: when you play them, you lose the offensive, a lot of offensive rebounds. You give the other team second opportunities, and so forth there. And that's the only thing, especially with a team that's suspected on perimeter defense. They're not that good perimeter defense, and then you bring a top in and Randall to play the 4 and 5. That's gonna be you give me extra possession and then you get hit with the 3-pointers and you get hurt there.
Right. Yeah, I'm watching the Nuggets Warriors game. Nuggets blowing the Warriors out. Yeah, I get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying. Yeah, and because Obi, even though he can athletic and stretch the floor sometimes, he's not an amazing rebounder. I get what you're saying, Jed.
He's not in long enough to see if he's a good rebounder or not.
Right. He doesn't have enough
How are you
body
supposed to
of
get
record.
rebounds in 11 minutes?
Yeah.
Mhm.
How
are you supposed to get 10 rebounds in 11 minutes?
And
You might
that
be able
ain't
to do it
possible.
sometimes, but not consistently.
No. And Obi Toppin doesn't play like Tristan Thompson. Obi Toppin,
No.
his game. That's what you could tell. That's why I meant because Tristan Toppin, you could put him in those minutes. And
Why can't you get him more minutes at the 3? He's only 220 pounds and he plays really fast. I'm not saying he's not a good defender, but neither is any other person. He's 6'9", 220. That's perfect small forward size. At least try it. Try to give him 2 or 3 minutes extra at the 3. See what he does. Like you said, you don't know until you know what he's going to do. You don't know until you know, especially against a young, struggling team like this or the Pistons. Why not try it then? Why not?
And I have a hunch. I have a hunch that Julius won't play tomorrow with his knee bothering him. He kept going to Kenny Payne and telling he had problems in his knee, and he fell on that awkward. It wouldn't surprise me tomorrow. Randall gets.
It could have been worse.
Play. Yeah, I'll be surprised. He'll be sore tomorrow.
You see why I told people not to say, "Oh, you never know what." Again, we're lucky that wasn't a bad knee injury. We were lucky. That could have been a whole lot worse. It could have been a meniscus. Thank God it was just a small injury. So, I mean, if you're the Thibs, you may not need Randall. It's the Pistons we're talking about here. They don't have Kate Cunningham. Half their team's out. So they don't have Jeremy Grant. It's the Pistons. So you shouldn't need Randall to beat them. And can we please win this game in a blowout? But rebound the ball, limit turnovers, prevent the Pistons from fast break, and just the player we have to watch out for is Trey Lyles. We gotta watch out for Trey Lyles because he usually has good games against the Knicks. So we gotta watch.
Sadiq Bey's a shooter.
Yeah, and Halimo Diablo had a nice game too. They were pretty aggressive there. Yeah, so we shall see tomorrow night. We'll have our final thoughts here. We'll be on tomorrow again. We're not gonna stay long again because we'll be back on tomorrow again. I want to, keep you guys from getting some sleep and resting for tomorrow's watch along. I appreciate everyone watching with us, joining us. CB, I hope I see you tomorrow. I hope you subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you if you have. Joe Curry, of course, Melvin Smith. Thank you so much. Maria in the chat. Thank you again. Tammy Hill. Thank you, Tammy Hill, for making an appearance. I hope you subscribe. We'll see you there. Of course, our big super agent, Super Nargo. Of course, Ahmad Police. Kelvin T. Jones, Johnny Davis as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Always good to see you. Carlo in the Philippines. Salute to you. Thank you, Carlo. Everyone that joined us. Stephen Fox. The Fox was loose in here. James Andino was in the building. Of course, my main man, Leandro Lesado. Of course, always supporting, always here, always talking. It's Kenny Rivera. I saw you, Kenny Rivera. I saw you earlier in the chat. So I want to salute you. Thank you for coming by, saying hello, and Kevin Rivera as well. So, and he was upset that Randall messed up his parlay, but hopefully tomorrow we'll get you some money. Ponte, Julius from the Philippines as well. Thank you, Philippines. I appreciate you guys again. Thank you for everyone. Mike Ortiz, everyone that was here earlier, I appreciate everybody coming in. I'm trying to get to all you guys in a minute. James Ultra, always in the building, always saying hello, always saluting. We even had a let me see. Let me look for some more folks that I want to make sure that I say thank you for coming on and appreciate you guys listening to us. Big Task, of course. Big Task, our resident mod police as well. Big Task in the building. Salute to you. I appreciate you coming in, always in there. And wow, thank you so much. Anthony Villanueva, again, feliz cumpleaños to your uncle. Happy birthday to your uncle. He wanted us to wish him a happy birthday in Spanish, so we saluted you to you. Jose Melo, of course, Mike Ortiz, of course, the main man. Don't need just by that. Everyone should know it's Robert Parr. That's when I say main man, that's Robert Parr. He's the main man.
Mod in the game.
Yes, of course, Frank Calise, always Frank, Big Frank, of course, Johnny David. So I appreciate everyone. Follow us here. If you also, we have our program in audio platform as well, not the watch along, but we do breakdown, roundtable discussion, football, baseball, the basketball program, A to Z Media. Check them out, A to Z Network. It's in the channel. Follow them, subscribe to him as well. That's Z right there. Until doing a football program, the notorious G Money Hoop Show, that gentleman down there, that he has a program here. You could miss, if you miss his past shows, it's on the audio platform. Anywhere you get your podcast, Apple, Google, Spotify, Anchor FM, anything where you get your favorite podcast, you put BX Sports Jedi, and all the different all the different programs are there with the different thumbnails, so you can see what sport and what program it is. MMA, if you love MMA, combat sport, check out our last interview. We had Bruce Buffer, Bruce Buffer, the legend, gave us a question and answer. We managed to get an interview, a question and answer interview with Bruce Buffer. I keep saying Michael. Bruce Buffer and Erin Blanchfield, women's flyweight champ, women's flyweight, hopefully one of these days, soon, maybe in the future, but women's featherweight, Erin Blanchfield was on as well. So check them out. They're gonna, they have that on there too. MMA. It's also here on YouTube, Rumba, Twitch. We're everywhere. The Jedi Network. All of us as a family, a group together, enjoying each other's company, bringing sports all the time. That's our motto. All sports all the time. And I want to thank you guys. Quickly say a quick good night before we get out of here. Go ahead, D Money, before we say good night.
You want me to a quick reminder of my show? Or
yes, yeah, it's freestyle. Say good night. Do what you need to say, my friend.
Good night, everybody, and you can check my show at Jedi Network. My show usually comes on Saturday afternoons. Don't be spectator. Always participate in the chat. We talk about the NBA, about the ins and outs of the league, and it'll be fun. Usually Saturdays we try to make the show and talk about what's going on in the NBA. And with that, good night, everybody. Stay safe. Nice to see you again, Z. Nice to see you again, Jedi. And
always.
Salute everyone in chat, and hopefully
you owe me a Coke.
And don't forget the Pepto-Bismol, man. Don't forget the Pepto-Bismol too. And Tums.
I think that's redundant because Coke is really acidic. So yeah, you understand when you get older, G Money.
I know. I understand, homie. But I was just saying, good night, everybody. Salute to the chat. Salute Jedi, Z, and hopefully we beat the Pistons tomorrow.
Yeah,
absolutely. And Z, give me your. Tell us first where they could find you first.
You can follow me A to Z Media Network on Twitter at A to Z Media Net, but my channel's right up there, A to Z Media Network. You can like and subscribe. I'm actually thinking about doing a late stream tonight. I cover the Cowboys and Michigan Wolverines. I also cover a lot of other things too, as far as if you guys want, if I get more subscriptions, different teams you guys want me to cover, I will cover them. I watch the whole league, so in both college and the NFL. Melvin Smith, salute to you, and CB, salute to you. Thanks for coming on and bringing me new perspectives. For me, it's something to think about, and everybody, great job, guys. And just happy to be here. Go Knicks. Glad we got a win. Is what it is. I'm not happy about the performance, but like I said, like we say, they don't ask how, they ask how many, and we're not going to remember this in the springtime anyway. So it'll be a good win on our record book. It's in the W column, and we're in the play-in. So
all right, guys. So we'll see you tomorrow night here. We won't keep you too long here. I want to say thank you again to everyone again, and guys, have a good night. God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna run this one, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.